How dare you, sir?
Listen, that's just my opinion, and you're gonna have to live with it.
It's just, I just don't know how you can think that, you know?
He was raised that way.
Yeah. That's the kind of home he was raised in.
It's true. That's true.
Disgusting.
Sorry, not sorry.
Your parents should be ashamed.
Yeah.
Well, that has nothing to do with what we were talking about, but
We're just talking about how you put the cereal in the bowl and then the milk, and not the other.
And then
way
the
around.
Pepsi is the thing that we're admonishing you about.
I'm a
Pepsi
Coca-Cola
and
man,
cereal is a
everybody
hard
knows
no.
You can try to lie to the people if you want to, but everybody knows I'm a Coca-Cola fan.
Yeah, but Pepsi and cereal just hits different.
It does. You're right.
Yeah.
you have to
Very
use those
different.
regional off-brand bag cereals, though.
Yeah. And it has to be like the sugar fruity O's, like
Yeah,
there's
frosted
no
O's.
redeemable factor.
Lots of O's.
Mm-hmm.
These are sweet
sludgy
O's.
Yeah.
Sludgy O's.
The more O's you got more away from the known stuff like Fruit Loops, the more O's and fruit and
Yeah.
loops.
You've never had a bag of Cheerios?
It took me a minute to figure out if that was supposed to be a Fruit Loops knockoff that's only cherry flavored or Cheerios, but yes, it is both. Honey Nut Cheerios. No actual cherry.
I wouldn't
Or
eat
O's.
that Cheerio.
Yeah, I would try the hell out of that. I love like
Like
apple
they're shaped like
Jacks.
chairs, or
Oh yeah. Definitely tastes like sitting chairs, rocking chairs.
Yeah.
this one's.
They have the
cedar
maple
flavored?
syrup. They have maple. They have pine.
Yeah.
Nice.
Walnut. Watch out though, allergies.
Yeah, only on that one. God. Hi, hello, welcome everybody. We are the Casual Ones with Inverted Axes, and we do lots of stuff like tabletop RPGs. This is the second episode of our Mork Borg, son of a... We need a real pronunciator. Get one.
Cancel the stream. Start over.
Yeah, start over. This is episode 2, Mork Borg, and we are doing the Rotblack Sludge dungeon crawl that comes with the rulebook, as is shown beneath us on the layout there. I guess to quickly introduce, if for some reason you're jumping into the second episode, Mork Borg is a old school revival RPG set in a crazy desolate world that is on the brink of destruction. Everything gets bad and then gets worse. With our fellows here, you can see how that translates to characters. We have a highest max character, HP of 5, with Mike as Wemit here. And then 2 and 2 for Peaches and Jardine as Gotpin and Graft. So you can tell pretty quick death is very possible. They stumbled into they were a band of brigands, a large band of brigands led by a one-eyed woman, and they were caught stealing heretical items and given an offer to have freedom, life, and wealth. It was just to reclaim the lost heir of the Shadow King's son, who is in the accursed den, believed to be imprisoned there. They've currently made their way a good deal into the accursed den, having bypassed a sludge pit-filled room with a endlessly long, gnashing worm, to find their way into a simple room with a pump, relieving brown liquid into a small bucket, from which they encountered 4 little pale purplish blue, 6 foot tall dusk gnomes.
6 inch.
6 inch tall. I don't. Did I say? What did I say?
Taller.
6
feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely not. No, 6 inch little guys. Gotvin here offered them as an apology for looming over their precious brown sludge. Offered the concoctions on his belt, and then proceeded to drink it anyway from the bucket. And this upset the dust gnomes quite a bit, and they lunge and attack with tiny little blades in their hands. And that's where we pick off. We see one of them leaping from over the bucket, one of them from atop the sludge itself, the sludge pump, another coming around to your right, and a third one just about to drink one of the 2 vials that Peaches had handled them as if it was a treasure to be had. So I am going to roll a d2 and figure out which of those 2 concoctions that it tried to sip from first.
Yes.
Okay, so it is a 1, and which is higher in the list of the two you had? You had the
Southern Frog is, Black Poison is 8, so that's the lowest one I
okay.
can make. So
Southern Frog would be the higher one on the list. So that's the one they drank. And so as soon as this fight begins, you see them to begin to drink one of these. How do you imagine that one looks, Gavin? The Southern Frog stew.
yeah, I just think of it as like this thick, greeny paste concoction in a jar, and he has to like do this a few times to get everything out of it, and then
Okay.
just go nope, right into the mouth.
Okay, so you are fully aware that the fourth gnome against the wall behind the pump is about to endure the contents of that, and then we'll kick off. So let's roll initiative. They are in motion, but you guys can definitely react. So we'll start with on a 1 to 3 they begin, and we got a 2, so they are technically getting the first roll.
Okay.
For each of your specific turns, can we get an agility plus a d6, I believe?
Agility plus a d6.
You got that right.
Wait, my agility is minus though, Aaron. How does that work?
Yeah, it's a minus a d6. Or your
Minus a
agility is-
d6. Oh,
yeah,
no.
no, sorry. Agility plus d6
1.
is your total.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah,
you did,
I
do
rolled
the
a d6. I rolled
Okay.
a d6 at minus 3. It's minus 3.
Oh, minus
Aaron.
3. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was all right. 1 was pretty good. And then Gottman
6.
6. Graft
2.
Okay, so we've got gnomes, then Gotvin, Graft, and Weeman.
Mhm.
A lot of G's.
Can I change my name to Gmit?
Yeah.
I've been grafting Gmit. G-U-M-I-T.
Okay. Get this number here. So it was like a 6, a 2, and a 1 or something, but that doesn't matter. Okay. Each of you find one of the gnomes leaping towards you. Weeman, you see one skittering around the left side of the room. It was almost undetected until you see the shine of its blade, and it swipes at you. Can you roll a defense? DR12.
Let's go.
Oh, and let me put the rolls up on screen.
You said Weemit, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
For some-
Yes, because you're being attacked by them.
Yeah, for some reason, I was like, why isn't Peaches going? Fucking do something already,
Yeah,
bud.
they have the first round, that's all.
Defense is fucking armor, isn't it?
Agility.
Or agility, sorry?
Yeah, agility, DR12.
2d6s?
Yeah,
What did I get?
sorry.
D20.
D20.
Oh, d20, yeah. What the fuck am I
Yeah.
doing?
Don't
That's been a
be
little while.
Peaches.
Yeah, yeah,
Just like
yeah.
rolling D6s for ability checks.
5.
Okay, all right. It's not quite high enough. Do you have armor? I can't remember.
No.
All right, let's see how much damage they are
Well-
doing.
Should I use my own? Nah, fuck it. Let's see it. Hit me, baby. One more time.
I'll just roll
You
my
got
weird
5
dice here.
damage. Oh shit!
Don't forget, Pitts isn't at 5 right now.
Sorry?
Pitts isn't at 5 HP right now. You're at
Did
4.
you lose any? You recovered some from the night's rest.
But then Pitts and
Um,
I fell. When
oh,
were
we did
trying to
fall,
climb
yeah.
up
Oh, you took
the
1 damage.
back
Yes.
door.
Yes, you're right. Okay.
Drink the
You only-
brown juice.
You take 2 damage from that attack, and you can roll armor.
He doesn't have any.
Yeah, and then so 2 damage if you don't have armor.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I didn't get to start with armor. All I have is
Yeah.
teeth.
Right,
That's what I
just the
got.
teeth. Yes.
Yeah,
I just
I
keep
just
thinking
have to-
like even the imagery, your guy's a helmet.
Right?
I'm
I
like,
don't know why I don't get armor.
Yeah, maybe we misread. Maybe it's worth taking a second look.
I'll go see it.
I know he does have the highest HP, so maybe it's just enough. Because you are the Fang Deserter.
Yes.
All right, Peaches, Gavin, the one gnome leaping off the top of the sludge pump is coming down you with a dagger in both hands. It just looks like a shard of metal glistening in the room. Can you make any defense 12 roll for me?
Of course. plus agility.
It's still
Yes.
not a D20, dude.
Why
You
do I keep
gotta roll
doing
D. It might be me saying the difficulty's a 12, and then he like rolls a D12.
that? Yeah, 12.
Do you have a 0? So that's exactly it. So yeah, it's going to stab you towards like the neck and face, and you just kind of bend back in the way, and it lands on your shoulder, tipping, trying to catch its balance. And then Graft, can you also roll as one comes up on the right side from under the bucket and slashes at your shin?
I rolled a 10. Here, 10.
Yes. Unless you have a special modifier for that. I don't think anyone really does. So 10. Yeah, you get slashed as well. And it is for 3 damage.
No, the DR is 10 for me.
Oh, it is 10.
Yes, it
Oh,
gets lowered
okay.
by 2 for me, remember?
That's what I was asking. I couldn't
Yeah,
remember. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you just meet that. He slashes up and misses, and you feel it. That was 3 damage coming at you. That's terrible.
That would've killed me.
It would've killed you on this one.
He
But you
went
do
all
have armor,
in.
right?
Yes, but light armor,
Yeah. So
and I'm only at 1.
yeah. Oh, you are at 1 HP.
Yeah, I would've been
Yeah,
killed.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's now your turn, Gotfin. Starting with you. What do you do? There's one balancing on your shoulder, and then the others are fighting them at their feet.
Can I try
Actually,
to grab?
you know what? Before you start, let me roll your concoction for the one that was drinking it.
Oh yeah.
That was the Southern Frog Stew. Oh, I did misread, so this roll is irrelevant. It reads, they vomit for D4 hours, not rounds. I thought they might participate.
Not today.
Yeah, and okay, so yeah, they're doing that for 3 hours. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, you all see is it's like chugging back greedily for a moment, and you can hear like little laughter underneath, and then like "Ruh-roh, ruh-roh," and then it all starts coming back up, and you see it slap into the ground, and just pools pouring up from underneath it, like viscous, like chunky white fluids coming out from his stomach, mixing with the green vial that's poured out on the ground around him. And yeah, it's your turn to go. Top of the chain for you guys.
Question: Can I grab him and just throw him at the wall?
Yeah. You can do whatever you want.
6 inch.
I would say it's still like a melee attack. It would just be a D4
Yeah,
damage,
okay.
so we won't adjust it.
Okay. What's the roll there? DR?
Just a DR12.
Okay. Hey,
That's high enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barely.
Roll,
Is it strength though?
Yeah,
Yeah, you'd be rolling strength. Oh, was that a 15 or a 13?
it's a 15.
That's a 15 minus 3.
But it's still 12, right?
Oh, I thought it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
nailed it.
So roll D4 damage.
4 damage. Stop it. No. There we go. 2 damage.
2 damage. You whip it at the wall, and you hear like a kind of sickening crack as its whole body lays flat against it, and you can hear it winded as it crumbles to the ground, breathing heavily. Is there anything? Are you moving about in the room at all, or is that it for you?
That is it for me.
Okay. Then Graft, what are you doing? You have one at your feet slashing up at you, and Weemit's in combat with another throwing up, and one smashing into the wall.
How close am I to the bucket?
Oh yeah,
Is it
within
within
arm's
reach?
reach. Yeah.
Can I just pick up the bucket and just like trap it?
Oh, the one in front of you. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Foot on top of the bucket upside down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just sit on top of the bucket.
I think this would be an agility test to see if you can get it down fast enough before it can escape.
Okay.
So it'd just be a DR12 agility.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. Yeah, you instantly, like, before it even realized what's happening, it's like, no, not the sludge, thinking you're stealing from it. And then within a second, bam, sludge splats out from around the bucket's edge, and it's under there. And you can see it rattling as it's like, get me out. I'm going to roll a strength check on his turn to see if it gets out, but very unlikely.
If I cancel move, I sit down on it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you're right on top of that. Okay. And then we are Mike Weemut. You've yeah. What are you doing? You see Graft put one in a bucket and sit on it upside down, so it's captured.
I'm gonna bite the one that's attacking me.
Okay, so it is like 6 feet tall at your feet. Are you just getting
6
down
inches.
on all fours?
6 inches.
6 inches.
Keep saying that. 6 inches. Yeah.
3 apples
Yeah,
high,
yeah, yeah. I'm
baby.
just gonna drop down and just try to. Like, it's like, you know, Attack on Titan. I imagine that's the size difference. You know,
True.
I'm gonna take a bite.
All right. Yeah,
Uh,
make
I
that a
ain't gonna
melee.
try.
I think
Yeah.
that one's a DR10, right? For the team.
Yeah, for me it is. Yeah, yeah. That's like fucking 17.
Oh yeah. You get it in there. Deal your damage.
It's just a D6. 4.
Yeah, you bite this thing clean in half. You feel as soon as your teeth touch your teeth that the head of this thing falls inside your mouth. What do you do with that?
I'll eat it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And for you, that counts as your meal for the day. You have eaten.
Picante.
And the rest of you just hear the crunching of this thing's like crabapple-sized skull just skips between the teeth and down. We go back to the gnomes. There is one gnome puking its mind out, one in a bucket, one eaten, one on Peach's shoulder, thrown into the wall. So that one gets up, and I'm going to roll a morale check. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong die. This is... Actually, hold on. Where is... Oh, no, it's a D6. Well, I think...
It rolls 2d6, right?
Oh, 2d6. That's why. I was like, this just seems like no matter what, they're gonna do the one thing. Oh, I see what I was misinterpreting. So for morale, you roll the 2d6 over a monster's hidden value, and then I roll another d6 to see how they feel if they feel. Okay.
So I found out something interesting.
Yeah.
In case we want to do anything with it. I was supposed to roll on like regularly on both the weapons and armor table when I made my character.
Really?
Yeah. So the way it's supposed to be, I found a thing about it, but like the other ones are just limitations on what the other classes can get because I don't have like a roll these dice instead. I still get the
just do
base.
anything. That's what I was afraid of. It's like most of the time they'll write exceptions to the rule.
Exactly.
So you just didn't have an exception.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's good to know.
If you want, I can do it silently in the background, or I can just keep going fucking naked with my teeth. I don't mind.
Yeah, we'll do it maybe at the end of this fight because to be honest, they rolled 2 1s on their morale. So now I'm going to see if they flee or surrender.
Love it.
And so you see the one, Peaches, that you had thrown against the wall. It darts out into that hallway where the painting and the trapdoor were, and it goes full speed in that direction. And then we have the one puking and the one in the bucket. The one puking is out of initiative. Can't do anything for 3 hours. You guys got one in a bucket. We can break out of initiative. What do you guys do?
Are you down?
And you just hear like muffles like scratch on the side of the bucket.
Knock twice if you surrender.
You hear knock.
I lift up just the edge just slightly. Throw out your dagger.
You see a little hand come out, drop the dagger, go back in.
And I lift up and grab it by the torso.
Okay. And then you just see the other one laying on the ground, spittle coming up every few seconds, groaning.
Is that safe to eat?
Which one are you pointing
Jonathan?
at?
The one that's just puking for a little while, but
No.
okay.
No. You don't want any of
Alright.
that, Weemut. Is there brown water still kind of spewing out?
Of the pump
Or
itself.
do I have... Yeah.
It's not spewing out. It's like you would have to manually pump and see
Oh.
if it comes out. But there is a bunch splattered on the floor.
Oh, you
Can you overturn bucket?
you should have some actually. The water was quite refreshing. I'll go to the pump and start pumping out water for them.
Yeah, and you find the pump is actually very hard to move. Can you make a
sure.
strength DR10 for me?
Can I ever? What's a 13?
As you like kind of like lean into it, put your weight into it, the pump handle moves, and like a teaspoon of this like somewhat thick brown water slides out. And you're able to catch it in something in your hand, and you have a good glob of it.
Okay, I would have used a container for it.
Okay.
Then here, Graft, you should have some. It is quite refreshing.
Okay, sure. I'm still holding this one gnome in my hand.
Yeah, and as you bring your hand close to your other hand, it like scrambles for it. Like, no, that's mine. You said you wouldn't. Okay, and you drink it. You can heal a D4.
Okay, I only have one wound.
Yeah, you got that back.
Yeah.
Can I have some?
Sure, I could try. I'm gonna try
the pump again.
Yeah. Bring it up, bring it back
I
down.
give him a hand, much as I can. With
Yeah,
both
I'll help.
hand.
You can all roll individually, see if you can each get a pump of it out.
Was it just a strength check?
Yeah, 10.
That's a 12 for me.
19.
Okay. Are you as well, Graft, going for a round on it?
I see both of them are doing a fine job at
Yeah,
pumping.
they're handling it. Okay, so you have 2 vials with, or however you want to divvy it up, you got 2 globs of this stuff that are good for a D4 heal. Oh, you're going for it now? Yeah, heal.
Oh, yeah.
Roll that, baby.
I'm under half, dude. That's scary.
True.
Scary numbers.
No.
Yeah.
You said D4, right?
Yeah.
Why am I rolling like Aaron? Wait, no. Actually, rolling like Aaron would have been a 4. God damn it.
Yeah, if it was damage on a D4. Anyway.
Exactly, yeah. X every time.
Yeah. So you just got the 1 back.
Yeah, that's fine. It's better than none.
Okay. So what do you do? You have you're all mostly healed up.
You know where the prince is?
The prince of what?
That's in this, I don't know, dungeon.
I don't know. There's a boy in a weird room.
Oh yeah, where?
I don't know. He points a little bit to the trap door, like somewhere out there. But
If you take me to him, I'll let you go. Otherwise, I'll give you to him, and I point to Wheat.
Could use another snack.
And he just sees like the grayish blood of this thing dripping down your lip, and just, okay, don't kill me, don't eat me.
I'm Graft, by the way.
Hi, don't eat me.
Okay, don't eat me.
Yeah, please.
Just turn him around. You just lead the way.
Just points down to the trap door. Or, we could go back, and he points the other way. Probably safer. We'll die if we go this way, probably. You're too big.
Too big?
You'll be seen. I
You know
scamper.
a safe way for us to go then?
For you, we have to go back. And he just points down to that long hallway that you guys came from. And I'll reveal the map, since we're doing some movement here.
Map, bitch. Can I look around the room for random weapons and armor that might have been dropped?
So, what I want to do before we leave this room, where is Matt? There we go. Before we leave this room, we're going to do an actual advancement, getting better in the game. You guys have fought off the 3 hosts and Leslie, who escaped into the darkness, and you have beaten these gnomes. And this will be a good time to go over the improvement mechanics and how you basically level up. So, in this room, each of you will roll 6d10. We'll do this one at a time into the dice tray there. So we can start with Weemit. If the result is equal to your current maximum HP, you increase it by a d6.
Say 6d10.
6d10. This is more of a late game capping mechanic. you're almost always going to roll
49.
Yeah, so hardcore over 5. So now roll a d6 and increase your health by that much.
Big money, no whammy, no whammy. Middle ground. I'm happy with it.
Got 3.
3.
So you are now at a max of 8.
Do you heal during this? Like, would I go up by 3 as well, or no?
Yeah, I would say that.
Cool. I like it.
Okay, so you now have a max of 8. You can also now roll ability changes. So first we'll finish the HP, but you will also have the option to increase ability scores, and then we'll roll for loot. So Godvin, you next. Can you roll your 6d10 and try and roll above a 2 if you can?
6d10.
Yeah. At this point, it's more just that's what the rule is, but it's absolutely a formality.
I think I nailed it. 50.
Yeah. So now roll a d6, and you'll gain that much maximum HP.
Oh, 6.
Damn. So you've just like launched up, being equally as tanky.
I'll bite him. It's fine.
Okay. That's it for me.
It's huge. Okay, Graft, you too.
Give me a natty 1, would you?
Oh, I don't think you did it.
That was pretty low. And then another d6.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Rolled 2.
Okay. So you have a 4 of a max HP now. So I'll update that. It's interesting to know. Like, that is potentially quite a lot of gains. From 1 shot killing you to maybe 2 now, that's pretty good. Although, like, non-ironically, that's pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to roll against your ability scores. So I will put this ruling up on the screen so we can each read it at the
I love reading.
time.
Because knowledge is power.
Knowledge
Fun
is
mechanic.
power.
Your stats can go lower.
Yeah, there's a chance you get worse instead of better. Let me get to that page.
Junction, what's your function?
Okay, here it is. I'll
Don't
bring
roll
this.
a 1.
Definitely don't recommend getting low numbers here. Hide the dice tray, show the rules. Okay, so we're on the right side here. So roll a d6 against every ability. Results equal to or greater than the ability, increase it by 1 to a maximum plus 6, which is kind of crazy. Results below the ability, decrease it by 1. So rolling against it, you want to roll higher. If you have an ability that is from -3 to +1, then you're always increased by 1 unless the dice result is also a 1.
Okay.
So for each of you, let's go through agility first. Roll against your current score and try and get higher.
6.
Okay. So we'll give you, so you increase by 1 to a -2. Is that right?
Peaches!
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Fuck. My only good score. Oh,
So-
no, that's not.
Do I never need like the original numbers I rolled? Like when I rolled like a 13 and shit like that?
Yeah,
Like,
they
is
don't
that-
For your stats? No.
yeah.
That's irrelevant.
Okay. So then I'll just
Yeah, it's just for a better
Yeah,
average
initial.
chance. Yeah.
got it. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, and it's only used initially. So Weemit's agility is increased to a -2. Graft, how did yours change?
I rolled a 2, so it goes up by 1.
It's above
Plus
a
1.
0, so you're a +1. And then it sounded like something bad happened. Goblin there.
better believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got a 1.
You got a 1.
So do I go
okay,
negative
so
1
you go
in
to
agility?
-1.
Mhm.
You are now a little
Okay.
slower. Okay. Now, if you want to, you could do this against each of your remaining stats. Just record it, and then we'll update them on the screen. So you
Okay.
go through presence, strength, toughness, each of those.
Presence. Fuck! I got a fucking 1 on presence.
Okay, so yours is going down.
You better believe it.
So you're down to a -2.
Better believe it.
All right.
I'll do strength. Oh, Christ, that was close.
Just
That
tell
was
me
a
what you
2. That was a 2, so I go to -2.
You rolled above your current value.
Strength. Nice. I got a 2.
Wait, Peaches, you roll a 2.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
at
yeah,
-2. So.
All of my stats
Yeah.
go up by 1.
Okay. And Mike, your strength went up by 1.
Yeah, strength went up by 1.
It's +2 now.
Okay.
Just-
Gonna do presence. Fuck!
Peaches.
Did it go
Stop
down?
it. Yeah.
-2?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I believe it.
Okay, I'm gonna do
Toughness.
toughness.
I almost
Please
fucked
don't
up.
give me a 1. Oh, Christ. Okay, that was a 2. I don't get anything because I rolled a 2.
But it matched.
No, I'm sorry. My
Oh, it goes
toughness
up.
is a 1. Yeah, so
So your toughness went up?
yeah. I overall got beefier, but got dumber.
My
I
toughness
guess.
went up by 1 as well, Aaron. Just a heads
Nice. Okay.
So did my strength and toughness.
up. And -2, -2, +2, +2.
Yep. Lots of 2s. And for Jardine, I just need to adjust your.
My agility
of them?
should be +1, not +2.
Oh, maybe I updated it twice. That's my bad. Let's go to +1. And then is your presence good? Or
Yep.
And
Business
then
is fine. And
now
then
your
+1, +1.
strength +1. Okay, good changes. Yeah, Mike, you can do your weapon roll and armor roll, and we're going to do this as part of the what you find part of the improvement.
Perfect.
So this is
Weapons
in addition to each of you can roll a d6.
Roll a d6
Okay.
first. Start this off. 2.
A 2, you get nothing except for
6.
suddenly in the back corner,
Yeah,
a piece of
there's
armor
a
and a weapon that you were supposed to start with.
D10, which is a femur. Back.
Yeah, you just find a femur in the back corner of the room.
I've rolled a 6, Aaron.
A 6. So you get a sacred scroll. So we'll roll for that after.
I rolled a 1.
The 1, you also got nothing.
Armor table, D4. D4 is a super convenient light armor.
Nice. All right. So just a nice little leather shirt and a femur tucked in the corner of the room. So for the scrolls, you found a sacred scroll. Can you roll a d10 for me?
Rolled a 3. So I
Three.
get whispers past the gate.
Yeah, ask 3 questions to a deceased creature. So, could be valuable.
That's the thing I just ate. You have to talk to my belly when you do it.
Yeah,
Hey, you still in there?
that one's been partially consumed.
And at this point, digested.
Yeah, I'd say for like how it functioned, definitely needs a head. But aside from that, anything that's dead with a skull or a head, that's totally fine.
Just cough that bad boy up.
Get it out of there. It's not dissolved yet. Okay. So not bad overall. Now you guys find yourself in room 7 on the map below.
There is one other thing that happens because of the gutter-born scum.
Oh, yes, you get a specialty.
Yeah, I get another ability.
Okay, I think I can even bring that up here, or no, I think it's above, so maybe not.
Oh, and do we get like 3 more omens each or something, or how does that work?
I don't think omens change on improvement, no. Just they refresh to their maximum on...
You know what? Because Pitts talked about it, I'll pick Escaping Fate. Every time you use an omen, there's a 50% chance it's not spent.
Damn, that's very good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, the Gutterborn Scum is maybe the only class that gets a distinct improvement every time.
Yeah.
It's only the first time that they get.
Just the first time, yeah.
Because I only start with 1.
But yeah, that's pretty sweet. So yeah, now you find yourselves in the pump room. Gotvin, you have the oil lamp guiding your light. There's a trap door at your feet, and the way back. Where would you like to go?
I'm gonna follow the 6-inch thing and go back down where he pointed.
So he points in the direction of the room numbered 6, and when you reach it, he just points again, like through the door.
Okay.
I am paying close attention for the one picture on the wall that is tilted. Because that's where the trapdoor is.
Yes, yeah. You see it's still tilted. Would you like to mess with it?
Sure, I'll straighten it.
I was kind of joking. You've activated the trapdoor.
Oh, I meant to like avoid it. I didn't know that it was like right beside it. Okay. Yeah, my bad. I meant to avoid the trapdoor.
I'll let you, because maybe it wasn't exactly
what
clear that it was what did it. I'll let you make an agility test of DR8 to catch onto the side as you're falling.
Okay.
I hope the 6-inch creature calls them down.
That's a 9.
Okay. But yeah, you crash into the ground, hands kind of hitting the creature itself against the ground as you go for your own life first. I'm going to actually roll and see if he takes any damage from that. Oh boy. It's a sickening crunch as your hands hit the ground. It takes 4 damage, and you see its limp body hanging beneath your hand.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Craft. He didn't by any chance mention the next part of where to go.
Not yet.
I mean, at this point, I don't think he's ever going to tell us. But let's just go.
Can you give me a hand?
What do you guys want to do?
Oh, Nick, can you help up Graft here?
And you see a pretty obviously dead gnome in his hand now, as he's struggling to get himself back up, or struggling to get his way back up from the trapdoor that he activated.
Are you going to eat that, though?
No, not yet. I got an idea.
Okay.
You can eat it later.
Deal.
A snack.
I go to help him up.
Thank you.
You get up, and you see with your weight out of the way that the mechanisms start ticking again, and the trapdoor slowly starts winding its way back up. And you're left in front of the room, the door that we're seeing as door number 2, room number 2 on the map, where the gnome had pointed beyond.
Yeah, I'll go in through the door. And then in this room, there was a room as of right now, to my right. Is that correct?
So as soon as you enter, again, you guys see a still old man leaning over himself a little bit with a small stream of blood coming down his neck, resting at a long dining room table. In this room, you see that there was, to the south, the door that you had first entered from, and to the east was the room where you had first found the solo guard rubbing his feet, and you threw him into the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go back to the room with the chains.
Okay. As you guys are making your way through, the man makes no motion. Weemit, would you like to roll presence for me? Mike, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, roll presence for me.
Presence is a lot of stuff.
This old man doesn't look like the heir, does he?
What was the roll, sorry?
11.
11. You notice that the man is still in that alive state that you detected before. There's still warmth. There's still some sort of life, despite him being completely still.
Didn't I chomp his neck?
Sure did. And he's unmoved from the position you left him in.
Maybe we can give him that brown goo. Maybe he'll wake up and tell us something.
You think he knows I bit him?
No, I don't think so.
I did bite him pretty hard.
Just try to hide your teeth the best you can.
That's not possible.
Not even a little.
It's not. I can't help
it. I will open the man's jaw and just put in that brown water goop thing. See what happens.
Just slides out of his mouth and hits the table, leaving whatever amounts on him. Yeah, he's just resting alone at the head of his long dining room table.
I'm gonna put it back into the jar and tilt his head. I'm really gonna get it down his throat.
Oh,
get in there.
Yeah, as you move his head back, you see he just pulls at the back of his mouth and maybe slowly starts to funnel its way down to his stomach. There's no reaction.
I'm gonna slap him, just see if he'll wake up.
Yeah, you slap him, and you see his neck extend, and you see the bite marks open, and a little bit of blood pour out more in like a bit of a spreading pattern, but he does not react.
I'm gonna tilt his head back just so it stops the bleeding a little bit. Um, let's
trying to
just
kill
go
him?
back to the chains. No, I'm just trying to wake him up. At least try to help him.
Okay.
I don't.
Go back to the chain room then.
As you make your way through into the guard room, you actually do hear, as you're stepping up the stairs into the chain room, you hear the sound of scratching and muffling to your left. In the guard room, you see that there was the same metal door that lay beyond to the west of that room. You hear a sound from beyond it.
You know what? In that case, I will try to use whispers past the gate
The scroll you just got. You can
to talk to the dead
talk
gnome.
to the dead gnome. Hey, you know what?
Hey, you wake up!
Yeah. Wake up. Okay.
So I have to do a thing, right?
Yes, I believe it's just
DR12.
DR12. Yeah, I'm scrolling back there
But-
myself.
Presence and agility checks are 2 lower, so it's DR10.
Yes, for presence. Yep. So DR10. And do you know your maximum powers? I don't have that written down, I don't think, but you.
I failed.
Oh, okay.
Use an omen.
Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'll use an omen. I rolled a 6. I just need to bring up the omen page.
Yeah.
They're up or down?
Yes, it's, I think, the next section. Yeah. So you can re-roll a die, decrease the DR by 4. Those would help.
I rolled a 6 and I need a 10. Yeah, I'll lower the DR.
There you go. Cool. So,
do you want me to roll percentile or what for the 50%? And so it doesn't get expended.
However you like it can. We can stick with like the D2 even odd. Just say how you're defining it. If it's even odds, high, low, whatever.
Odds low, evens high. 4.
Okay, so that's good. You didn't even expend the omen.
Damn.
That is a very strong skill. That's good.
Yes, and it's gonna get abused.
Yep. But it's good. It encourages you to keep using those omens until maybe they do burn away.
Yeah.
So, all right. What do you ask?
Is this the way you wanted us to go?
You see its like head lolled back, almost like held up like a mannequin for a moment. Not a mannequin, a marionette. Sorry, as if its head is moving not of its own accord, and it looks around the room. You see its arm kind of move out towards the chain room and say, "Maybe."
Where do we go after the room with the chains? North or
he
west?
points. Yeah, he points to the west in this area, but assuming to answer your question, it says that way. And you do get the impression that he's saying chain room into the west, which you know as is it not visible here as room
9?
9? Yes.
This man's going to get us killed.
And we've already gone farther west to the room with plants. Is there a different way we're supposed to go?
We crossed the sludge.
Okay. All right. Here you go, Weemit.
like a piece of beef jerky, just right away.
No question. Okay, so yeah, in front of you, the metal door. You do hear scuffling and sounds beyond it.
Do we want to go back to the room with the big worm? Telling us to go across the sludge. And that's the
Ah.
safer route.
Oh, I didn't get my black poison back. Um,
You do know where it is. There is a gnome vomiting for 3 hours next to it. He is incapacitated. Oh, it is there.
I have an idea. I will be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna go run back and get the black poison.
Okay.
Parchment
I'd like-
boulder shears?
No.
While we wait?
He just doesn't play those sorts of games.
Wait a minute, it's like what? As I'm
Keep pushing
passing
it.
room 2, the guy does not move.
No, he's exactly as you left him.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and grab the black poison off of the vomiting one.
Yeah, you see he like drags himself towards you, grabbing onto your shoes and just like, please. He's throwing up as he's begging for you to help him in some way.
Sorry, I don't have the antidote. I'm gonna like kick him off.
I can
It's only
help
for-
you.
I'm gonna take him with me.
You just pick him up and he's still like dry heaving at this point.
I'm gonna bring him back. Okay, I brought this one. And he's like vomiting on my hands. Okay, listen, I'm gonna turn him to me. Listen, your friend told us to go through the chains and to the west. We already went there. Is there a safer way? And if you tell us the truth, I'll try to help you.
You're too big. And he throws up for a few seconds. We can cross the sludge. You can try. It doesn't hear us.
And that's the only way to save the man that's here.
No, he's just like where we were, there's a hole. That way's to him too. And you could tell he's just talking about the trapdoor that you'd seen. And they said, but yeah, that way's to go.
Why'd your friend say that was too dangerous for us?
That's where Fletcher lives.
Who?
Fletcher. This is
Who
his
is
home.
Fletcher? Is
All of
Fletcher
this.
the worm?
No.
Oh.
The worm is Fletcher's.
So which way is safest for us? The door? Or through here or down the little hole?
The safest way would be out. I would go out.
Oh, we can't go out, so give us the other way.
Well, do you like the idea of fighting Fletcher or the worm?
What do you guys want to fight?
Just give us a minute. You vomit over here. I'm just gonna place him down.
On the guard table, just heaving over the side.
So I went back to go grab this. It's like a little vial, black poison. If the worm did yell or scream at us, I can throw it into his gut. Hopefully he breaks it. It could help us a lot.
What does it do?
He could be blind for an hour. I actually don't know how it works. I think it gets in his veins and no, but it does hurt. It does hurt. I drank it once. I don't recommend it.
What do you want to do, Teeth?
He is your cousin, after all.
I don't actually know him that well. like a second cousin.
It was a joke we made. Trying to make people laugh.
Oh. Well, can we, even if we kill the worm, can we cross the sludge? What if the sludge hurts?
Hey, Gnome, is there any way for us to cross the sludge?
Yeah, just like have like a boat or something.
Is there one?
Yeah,
Where?
in our home.
Are you talking?
What?
Are you talking
Is
about?
this boat 6 inches long?
No, it's like 3 of us could fit in it. It's pretty big.
Okay. Let's go kill Fletcher then. Yeah?
Okay, leave me here then.
Now you can.
Oh no, you're
Oh
coming with
god! He tries to like fall off the table, just slowly shuffling as you grab him up. Oh god! And you get a little.
So if
sweat
we
up
go
on your
down the
fingers.
hole, where do we go from there?
To your deaths, it's fine.
Is Fletcher in the room with the flowers or with the green room?
No, God, he wishes though.
Why?
He wants to get in there. He loves it in there. I think. I don't know. Or he hates someone in there. Something weird.
Hmm.
Why don't we just tell him how to get in there? Maybe he lets us get by.
Mark.
While this is happening, I'm using the rope and I'm tying it around the little gnome's torso.
Okay.
I think you need string for that.
Yeah, it's almost too big. It's like arms to legs, like. But yeah, you got him.
Tight enough so he can still breathe, but it's like shallow breaths.
Yeah. Now he's just
Well-
hot and nauseous and restrained, and yeah, having a great time.
Well, I did promise the little man I could heal him, but I would need to get back into that.
You didn't promise him
that
that.
great-
You said you'd try to help him.
Yeah, but I'd like to keep my word and at least try, but I need to get back into that room.
Okay.
So we can go back down the hole and
The moment the worm and the sludge seem like something we can't handle. Yeah?
We haven't tried.
but even
But-
if we can kill the worm, we can't cross the sludge.
Then let's go get the other thing.
Go kill
Okay.
the guy.
That's okay. Let's go back to the room 2.
You
As
pass
we're
through
going,
the guard room with the scratching and the man and everything, and then move your way.
actually, can I, or before we go, in the second room where the man is,
Mhm.
I'm gonna pull out the little gnome.
Mhm.
Who is this? Why is he here?
A weirdo.
But you knew him?
No, he's always like that.
He's been like this since you've been here.
Yeah.
And how long have you been here?
Well, I'm like 6, so like at least that many months.
Okay. Okay.
Life of a mayfly.
Fighting children? Oh.
Okay. We'll go back to the trapdoor, I guess.
And then you just see the pump and
I set him down, but I'm still holding the rope. All right, lead the way.
you see him tie a pair of hips and legs in the corner, and he starts moving his way over and like, oh no! he scrapes his way in the rope over to his half-eaten friend on the ground. Just holds his leg. Oh no! No! Oh. And you see he's throwing up and puking and crying and tangled in ropes.
You didn't want to waste it. I thought that was very nice.
He walks his way over to the trap door and just says, "Well, open it."
Okay. If we're all spread apart, we're gonna move the picture frame.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the trap door in room 7, which is like a Just
Yeah,
you lifted
talking
before
about
you
that
saw a
trapdoor.
dark staircase, or are you trying to go back into the fallen tunnel below?
Oh.
So,
No.
We're in room 7. I opened the trapdoor for him.
yeah. There's like the other trapdoor, so you're aware, is like where you see that pathway on the map connecting to room 6 above it. It falls onto that pathway between 7 and the flower room. That's exactly where the trapdoor is.
Yeah.
This one is the one in 7, the little square.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's just a dark staircase that you see. And as soon as you lift it, you do hear like this sound of a roaring flame.
I don't
You
like.
do.
You first.
I don't like the sound of that. Who's first?
Don't eat me. Or don't eat me's brother.
Yeah, I think I ate the other one.
Yeah. You may have eaten Don't Eat Me.
I think I ate all of them.
Don't eat me was the one that I accidentally killed.
Yeah.
I
You ate them, yeah.
No, I didn't.
Okay. I'll just hold on to "Don't Eat Me, Brother" and go down with the
Okay.
lantern. So
We got-
it looks like this. Like,
Yeah.
here's the lantern, and then here's "Don't Eat Me, Brother."
Hot on his face. We start with Gotvin, and the two of you trail behind him.
Yep.
And Gotvin, as you make your way down the staircase, you start to see hanging chains, and immediately the smell of copper and flesh, and you see upon these chains and hooks, you see half of people and meat, and the torso of a man, and the legs of someone hanging from some of these chains. In the distance, you see two giant, like, well-lit hearths made for like smelting and cooking and these huge fires. There are wooden tables and objects laying around the room and tools. And between the two hearths, you see a large, hulking shadow of a man heaving away, hacking at something on a table.
Fuck.
Is there a door that we notice?
In your view, you don't see anything. You feel that there is space beyond him and the hearths in the room, but you don't see anything else.
Is he bigger than the worm?
No, he's from what you can see, has like the twin hearths on his sides flicker against him. He's like built, huge muscles rippling, over 7 feet tall, and just hand down like an anvil, slashing at something on the table.
Okay. That's fucking terrifying. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to the. Don't Eat Me Junior here. Have you ever met him before?
You can see his eyes are wide. You can see the flames reflecting in them as he trembles, unable to respond.
You should throw him in. See what happens.
Throw him in where?
Into the room with the guy. See what happens. Maybe he's not
Yank him.
Okay, so you're throwing the gnome on the rope at
Let go of the rope.
the silhouette in the room.
Yep. Just to see.
One of those
just
things
to-
where you.
Can you roll a presence DR10 for me to see where this lands?
This is really funny. I'll see if he like freaks the fuck out, you know?
Fuck. That's a
Look at
one.
Okay. So you throw it into the room. It kind of cascades over objects as it clatters, and the gnome lets out a scream as it wails and crashes into the ground, taking 2 damage. And then it
That's still alive.
squelches as it smashes into the ground, head first, as the rope doesn't even seem to protect him. And then you just see Fletcher's hand stop midair, and he turns, and you see like the tattered faces of a man. He's got tattoos and scars. He just lifts his head and turns around, And in his other hand, you see the arm of a man half chopped, the hand itself cut off. You see it raise it to its lips, and he takes a bite out of the edge and just says, "Welcome to my home." And he charges at you.
Love what you did with the place.
Right, Kikor. And we're going to roll initiative when we come back from the break. I think it's a good time here to take a moment, watch your life flash before your eyes, etc. Thanks, everybody. We may run an ad during the break, but we'll be back in 10 minutes. So, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
And
Waiting. Always waiting. Welcome back, everybody. We are also back. We are in a bit of a pickle.
What?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, well, maybe.
No,
maybe
we're
it's
in
fine.
like a sex dungeon, not a pickle.
Well, this is very different than most people's romantic life. There is flesh on chains hanging from the ceilings, seeming cannibal lunging at you. So that's what we're going to pick up. Let's roll the old initiative real quick. See. Every time enemies are starting, you can see just with incredible strength. In one hand, he throws away a bitten arm, and in the other, you see it raise up, and you see a red hot flail, like the spikes of it sizzling through the air as he lunges towards each of you. Roll your individual initiative, your agility modified by, or your a d6 modified by your agility.
It's a 5.
Where's mine better now?
mine's a 5.
1.
Okay, who has the higher agility? So we'll do Graft, Gotfin, Weemet.
Mhm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty much you can just always put me last. It'll just save you time, honestly.
Yeah.
Last time we
start with
played,
that.
I was last every single time.
True. I was rolling 6s, so
Yeah.
my initiative was 3 a lot.
Cool.
Painful. So slow.
Yes, so painful.
Okay. Gotfin, you were leading with the light. Did you also? Which of you threw the gnome at him? Is that
I
I was
right?
did.
also Gotfin. Yeah.
All right, so I think
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
going to be the first one that he will attack against.
Sure.
You see Fletcher with a smile on his face run at you full speed, throwing a table out of the way in the middle of the room, and make his way at you with that flail. Can you make a defense roll for me? It's a DR12 unless you have a modifier for that.
Rip me.
Good.
Nope, that's bad.
This might be good.
I didn't see the roll. I don't know. But either way, I guess you
10
got it.
total.
Yeah.
It was a yeah. Sorry.
Poorly. Okay. I need to find the dice for that damage.
Don't forget we have omens.
No, I'll
Yes.
take this one.
This
Might
is
be
the
the
tester
only
to
one.
figure it out.
Yeah.
He's
We
limit
need to
testing.
see
He's
how
limit
strong it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he hits like a 5, then we know omens. We definitely need to use.
You take 4 damage.
Jesus. Okay.
Do you have armor? If so, roll that.
Yes. Well, armor is, it says negative D2.
Yeah, so minus the D2. So
Okay.
roll and then even odds, however you want to find that.
Even odd. That's a 3.
So one reduction on that. So you took 3 damage total there. In addition to that, you are severely burned as the flail works its way beyond your armor, searing you like on the flesh. You all hear it instantly, like that hot sizzle. You now have an agility -2 to test for the rest of the day.
Can you tell me what it smells like, please?
Oh yeah, it smells like the second you throw like bacon onto a pan, like where it's still not quite cooked yet, not quite aromatic, but there's a singe of
When it
rare
smells waters.
yeah. Just put a little fire next to your name to remember that you are hurt real bad.
Token.
Yeah. And then he eyes each of you. Graft, what do you do?
Okay. I will. I gotta I'll roll the D2 to see how many times I can spit this fight.
You can do the old gob.
Yeah. So 1, 2 is 1, 3, 4 is 2. I got 3.
Okay.
Aim twice.
You spit twice at him?
Or
Or is that
I
that's
can do it
helpful,
twice
though?
this fight.
This fight.
But-
yeah.
I will spit at him though.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's ER8 presence. For an 18.
Okay. So just it's a DR8 presence test for the accuracy, so you definitely hit him. He is blinded, retching, vomiting for D4 rounds. 3 rounds. You spit into his face and he just hurls back like, "What the fuck?" And he starts clawing it from his own eyes. Each of you also have to make a toughness test to see if this makes you throw up as well.
Can I not though?
It's a DR 10.
10. Oh, I got this.
Fuck.
And they both rolled a 3. Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
that's 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Rep.
This I shouldn't be rolling like Fletcher also definitely hit. He rolled a 2. So. So he's definitely.
So are we
sticking.
all throwing up for 3 rounds?
It
That's up
doesn't
to,
say.
Yeah,
it's
it's up to you, Jardine, how you want to do that. Do you want to roll for each person, or do one for everyone, or everyone rolls their own?
It's your call. I
Yeah.
can roll.
Would we want to roll for each person? Like each person rolls their own how many rounds then?
Sure.
Sure. What do I roll?
A D4.
Here comes the 4. Oh, I yeeted that.
It's gone.
For a 3!
3 rounds.
You won't be blind though. You'll be just vomiting.
Yeah, you're just vomiting.
3!
Okay, so Graft, you get 3 rounds.
Yeah. All right.
You know-
Blinded. Well, they're just
They're just vomiting.
technically incapacitated still.
Yeah.
I just imagine like I puke and then Weemit looks at me
Oh,
and he
God,
pukes and then I'm looking at him
You're
puking, so I puke
on each
again.
other.
Uh,
Terrible. Yeah, you two are just puking for 3 rounds. So, Graft, yeah, we can. What do you do this? What do you do for 3 more rounds?
I take out my warhammer. I'm going for the dude's knees.
Okay. Let's
Knees and
make,
elbows.
Yeah, it'll be, since he's blinded, we're gonna reduce the hit by 2 as well, whatever that difficulty rating is for
So
you.
DR8.
So a DR8 for each of these attacks. And if you're just wailing, then just roll all 3 attacks.
Really?
So the first one,
I'll use an omen to reduce it by 4, so it hits.
Okay, so he's starting to like back up, and he just like upswing, get him. First one hits.
1 second,
Uh,
just to see if the omen works.
Mhm.
The 2, so I'm down to 1 omen.
1 omen.
So
Okay.
first attack hits. Second attack. I'll just
Well,
roll
how much was
damage
the damage after? Okay.
after. Yeah, that's an 11.
Okay,
That hits. And that's an 18.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That hits. Roll the 3 damage individually, though. Or it's fine as long as we can see the 3 numbers come up. That's fine.
5, 5, and 4.
5, 5, 4. So you notice like as you're hitting with this warhammer, like the sound of his skin is so calloused that you're not sure if this is even getting through. He just has natural armor, so I'm going to roll on each of those. One of them is negated
Negated?
because it was 4 matching a 4.
Jesus.
It's a D4 armor on this guy.
Okay.
Second one was a 2,
It takes 3.
takes 3, and the last one was a 1.
So he takes 7 total.
7 total. Okay. Taking 7 there. And that was all 3 rounds.
Yeah, where everybody's puking all over the place.
Yeah. As
Come
you
on, guys, toughen up.
get back up on your feet, stomach's empty, can't throw up anymore. You also see Fletcher wipe this stuff from his eyes, vomit all over the place. And then he eyes you and rushes back, flail in his hand, swinging upward. Can you make a defense attack correct, or a defense test craft?
That is a 13.
Okay. As you swing out of the way, you see a smile creep up on the side of his face as the air crackles around him. Around you, you feel the air tighten and thicken. I have to roll. The air grasps your throat, and it feels like his hand itself is squeezing the air out of you. For 5 rounds, we'll just be forefront with how dangerous it is. You feel the air being squeezed from you, and you will be taking D4 damage each round. So you're still able to act and react, but your windpipe is basically being crushed under some unseen force.
Quick, spit.
Okay.
Yeah. And then does that go? I'm wondering. We cut 3 rounds out.
Yeah.
And then we start. So technically, it's your team's turn again and your turn again.
Yes.
Okay, let's go with that.
In his
Spit
face.
on him. I could take his arm.
Yeah, you just feel that last little gob in there. You can barely get the air out of your lungs, and
This
that,
one's like extra phlegmy. And it's like lumpy.
spiraling through the air. Does it hit?
Yeah, it does. 13.
You see as he's like trying to dodge back, and right between the 2 hands, it gets him right in the face again for 3 more rounds. All right.
Okay, Peaches, we got to toughen up, baby.
Yeah, you gotta toughen up.
Okay,
There you go.
Big old toughness.
DR10.
Me right here.
DR10 toughness. Okay, there we go.
14.
Okay. All good. Feel gnome trickle its way up.
Yeah.
Both of you, all good this time.
Do I roll the damage now?
Yeah, roll
against
D4
myself?
damage. Yeah.
Oh, that was a lot.
You-
Okay.
You weren't hit yet. That was got vined. Or did you evade it? I think you maybe evaded
No,
it.
that
So-
was the damage to my lungs.
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah,
making sure you are at 1 HP, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still got you? He's holding on to you while he's puking? Holy shit.
Yeah. It seems like it's something that's held while he's alive.
Oh.
Kill him!
Okay, so that is that round. And next would be Gotvin, right? Yes.
Is the creature or this Fletcher? Is he like writhing in pain? Does he have his mouth open?
Yeah, you can see him like he's vomiting as well. Like again, like dry heaving, like eyes. He's trying to claw this stuff out, and sometimes it gets worse. You see like finger go under his own eyelid, and it's just like terrible.
Do it.
No, because it does have a chance to miss.
You got 3
I'm
rounds.
just go-
Do it.
Yeah, he's probably dead. Don't worry about it, Graft.
Okay. Oh no, not that. I'll throw the black poison at him as he's like trying to wipe his face and try to get it into his mouth.
Okay.
So he has to do a toughness DR 14.
I
Well,
think you gotta.
First, you got to make a range attack. I believe
Yeah,
it's
that's right.
presence DR12.
Natural one. Calling it now.
Fuck!
You
Use
throw the
your
hand back
own
to
man.
prep the whip and slips out of view. It goes backwards somewhere. You hear it crackle against the back end of the room.
Better than a hitting Graft, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I can't make an attack now, can I?
No, that's technically like your range attack.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to move behind him. Since he's blind, he can't see me move.
Okay, you start making your way to that side of the room, and that's when you look up at the ceiling. And it's your turn.
Oh, he's looking up at the ceiling?
Yeah, you see him like start to look up as he whips this thing behind him and makes his way towards Fletcher.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I gotta do the thing I do best. Wait, hold on.
Wizard dice.
How does? Well, yeah, first I'm gonna do the wizard dice. But in regards to him being blind, does that change if he hits
Yeah.
for attacks on me? I guess he's vomiting and blind, right? So
Yes, like we can make it the attacks are like a 1 only. Like he'll just try and swing back at someone that he feels is biting him instead of the 1 or
Fair.
2.
okay,
And your attacks are easier by 2.
fair. Okay, well, first let me roll 46. So 4 wizard's teeth. Let's see if I get any good teeth. 2 good teeth. Not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna take a nibble.
Okay. As you're leaning in for a moment, your eyes flick up, and you also see something on the ceiling that catches your attention. And did you already roll the attack for the
No, I
nibble?
have not.
Roll that.
Okay. I'll use an omen to reroll it.
Okay.
Potentially save graft would be nice. There, that's like a 20.
There you go.
And I'll expend one of the teeth for
Mhm.
max damage.
Okay. He does still have the armor.
Fair.
Oof,
That's
a
6.
4.
Oh.
Yeah, 4 on the armor roll. 2
Two's
more
better than
damage.
one, right? Yeah.
That's unfortunate. And it's then as your teeth sink into his incredibly tough skin, you look up at the ceiling and you notice the chains and the meat and everything hanging around it start to like almost like vibrate a little, and you see meat and blood start to fall from the ceiling. And it spikes into you as if it's sharp and if it's hot and sizzling, and each of you take a d4 damage.
We're gonna die.
But you do get to attempt to evade with a DR8 agility check.
I stand by what I said, Aaron. My agility, fucking ass too. 14.
You dodge out of the way of that sizzling meat rain.
Peaches. Come on, man.
Peaches does not.
Oh.
You take
He's
3
behind
damage.
there. Damn.
You can modify that by
3?
armor and see how much
Can
lands
I?
directly on you. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do a D4. 1, 2 is 1, and then 3, 4 is 2. Fuck.
Well, reduced by 1.
Yep.
Yeah, you're getting there. And Graf, did you dodge?
Yes, I did.
And yeah, each of you sees this meat and blood sizzle on the ground around you as it lances into like almost like sharp beads. And you can hear him like scream out in pain as the same time it almost like echoes away from his own pain causing this to fall. And that is that. So he is now unable to intentionally act.
It's first of 3 turns.
For 3 more turns. All right. Just that there. We'll mark as if he went, and then it's back to you, Graft.
Okay. Do you want me to do the damage I take at the beginning or end of my turn?
We'll do it at the end, so you still have
Okay.
an option to do something.
So I will 2-hand the warhammer, uppercut him in the chin.
Okay. Roll that attack.
Is 14.
Okay. Yeah, you hit him in the chin with this uppercut. And you feel as he screams out in pain, and you look towards the ceiling, you see it again. Blood and meat begin to sizzle in the air and then drop downwards. How much damage do you do? 2. I'm reduced by 2. Oh my goodness. No damage on that one. And each of you, again, as he yells, you see the spears of like rain-like spears fall from the ceiling and meat following it, and each of you make a DR8 agility test.
Again? So soon?
I'm fine. 9.
God damn it, dude. I can't get away from
Peaches.
these numbers.
17.
You're not rolling a d6, Peaches. You can roll higher than this.
Mike, Remit, did you evade it? I didn't see.
Yeah, 17.
Okay, great. The 2 of you evaded. Gopman, do you have omens or anything, or are you just like taking this as is?
He does, actually.
Well, I can roll the damage first and see how you feel about it. It is 4 damage again.
I'm definitely omen. I have
Yeah.
to do this. The problem is that I've been rolling so badly that this omen might not work.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna roll
okay,
outside.
So you can lower damage to you dealt by a d6, or you can
Okay.
lower the evade attempt by 4. So in both those scenarios, would a lowered by 4 be enough? It was only a DR8.
No, you rolled a 3.
No.
Oh,
I
still
rolled-
not enough.
Yeah.
You can also re-roll a die, so you could just try and take less damage. But I think the D6 to negate is probably your safest bet. Like lower damage dealt to you by D6.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll have to do that. Okay.
I think you're a little bit like on death's door here.
Yeah. So I can roll a D6.
Using up your omen.
Don't forget, you also have armor.
Yeah.
That's a 2.
2 less.
And then
so that's 2 damage, and then your armor.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god.
How much HP?
We'll do the same thing. 1, 2 is a 1, and then 3, 4 is a 2.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
Okay, so fully negated that between the omen and the armor. You did not take any of that 4 damage from the sizzling hot meat blood rain. Okay.
I will roll my D4.
Yeah.
For 3, I will
3.
use an omen
Yeah.
to reduce damage by D6.
You are at 1 health right now, currently, right?
Yeah, I only rolled a 1. That sucks. So I take 2. I'm at -1, and I'm dead.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, you're technically dead. If anyone has an omen, you can re-roll any die. You have that.
I think we both used it, didn't we?
I think. I don't know if Goffin had 2 or 1. I don't remember.
Wait.
No, you guys both had 1. Oh, that was to see if for whatever reason I survive, I keep the omen. I do.
Oh, okay.
But Peaches, you don't have an omen to use?
No, you used 1
Oh,
last
you had the
session,
1.
then 1 this. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There wasn't. Yeah, you didn't rest between those.
Oh wait. I used the omen to try to get the little diamond in the chain room.
Oh right,
Then
it was
we
well
rested.
before you rested. Yeah. With
How many omens
then
did you get?
You only get 1 per rest, and you just used it. You guys both rolled a 1 for your omens.
Yeah, you used an omen like last turn, dude, to reduce the damage.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I had 2 omens. Oh yeah, you're
I
right.
was the one who rolled 2.
You
Yeah,
refill
Jordan
it
has
to your maximum when you rest.
I think Jardine was the only one with 2 omens.
He was the only one with 2.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
then you don't have. I thought you had 2 as well, but nope. There is nothing saving Graft here. As each of you see the Fletcher's hand like clench itself on nothingness, you hear a sickening crack, and Graft is held into the air by nothing lifelessly.
Okay. We'll use him as a meat shield.
It is Weemit's turn.
And he's still puking and shit, right?
Yeah. For
I'm gonna
3
take
more rounds.
another bite.
Okay. Roll that attack.
That's an 8.
But it's your teeth are DR10 minus 2 because he's blind. So.
Oh, true. Okay, well then
You're
it
good.
works. And I'll expend my other good wizard's tooth and make that a 6 as well.
Okay, so that'll be a full 6. He did not roll a 1 on the get to hit you back, so
Thank
all
God.
good. You're doing 6 minus his armor.
Yeah.
Minus 4 again. So that's 2 more damage.
All right, well, better than nothing.
Something.
Yeah, exactly. That's by 1,000 bites.
And again, you see the sky shimmer, the chains echo out.
Yep.
Hot rain and meat come flying down. For everyone who's alive, a DR8 agility test.
Ooh. I get hit this time. Rip. That's a 2.
Okay.
That's a 18.
He narrowly, for Peaches, narrowly avoids with an 18. It's 1 damage for Weemit,
Oh, I can roll armor though, right?
and you can roll armor.
I guess it doesn't matter, but
2 damage for Goffin, you can roll armor.
hey. I thought Goffin had avoided it.
Up and safe.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
You're right,
17.
yeah.
I rolled a 1, so 1.
Okay.
I take
I think you may have skipped over Gottman's.
Because I wrote X through graft, and then I just saw G and I moved on. Like G was dead, move on to the next one. You're right. So
That's okay. I can just go now.
Yeah.
As I'm behind him, I'm gonna like jump on him on his back and just stab him with a dagger into
Okay.
the neck part.
Yeah.
And let's
It's
try
a
this. What is it?
DR12, I think. DR10 because he's blind. No.
That's a rip.
Yeah,
That's
got
a
it.
weapon.
Okay. You miss. All right.
I missed, and I'm like right there. Like I.
Yeah. And he's blind and like puking and clawing at his own eyes, but yeah, you got you. Cool. That's top of the round then, huh? So Fletcher again, no turn.
Yep.
Gotfin, back to you.
I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah,
Stab him
go
in the
for
neck. What is this again? 8? You said or 10?
I think for you it's just a 10, unless you have something else modifying, which is always a 12 minus 2 because you're blind. Natural 1. All right. Cool. Incredible. Amazing.
Oh
What's your
my
weapon?
God. A dagger?
Dagger. Yeah. It's like you like eye it up, laser focus. That's the neck. I'll just go for the stab. Completely glances off like his thick carapace skin, not even close.
Dude, let me just re-roll a character. Let's just get this over with.
Okay. We don't need to worry about graft. That's Gotfin Weeman.
Does he drop or the dagger, or does it break?
It was a natural 1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got to roll for that. So sorry, bud.
It's okay.
On that rules page, fumble, weapon breaks or is lost. It is technically lost. It is rolled to split it in half, lower, higher, and it's lost. So you go to stab and it bounces off his skin with such force it pops out of your hand, going somewhere into the flames of the one of the two. What's the word for it?
Hearths.
The hearths. Yeah. You could see it there, dancing on the edges of the flames, but it is risky to get.
You and weapons and fireplaces. Jeez.
Yeah,
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Every time.
I'm trying to be grub. Like I really just want to be grub.
Just
Flame on.
Flame on. And then because he didn't injure him, no blood falls from the sky. Weeman, it's your turn.
I'm also thinking that, like, I'm a fanged deserter.
Yeah, you can do what you like.
But nah, I'm gonna bite him again.
That's
Okay.
fair.
How many
And
more
while I
turns
do it
you
this
have?
time, I'm gonna be like, "Tell me where the boy is."
Okay.
Hey, that's an 18.
Hey, that's pretty high. Roll damage.
Won't be. 3.
3. Didn't get a 1. He doesn't hit you back. Armor is reduced by 2. He takes 1. Okay. And then meat falls from the sky. If you guys are alive.
Yeah,
DR8, agility.
Agility. Ugh. Whoops, my dice went somewhere. 5.
What? What was it again?
DR8.
Or DR8?
Agility.
Yeah, I
Which is
passed.
just good.
Okay, you're good.
Me.
For Weeman, let's see. 3 damage.
3?
Can you reduce my armor?
Yeah, I'll reduce it. Hit.
Okay.
That one.
All right. Looking a little dicey. So that's that round. On the dawn of the 6th round, you guys hear as Fletcher kind of like howls out, and you see violet motes of light apparate around you in the room. Everything starts to glow, and then lightning begins to crackle between the chains and his flail and all the metal in the room. And then suddenly, 2 bolts of violet electricity erupt at both of you.
Yeah, boy.
Dealing d6 damage.
I'm fine. I'm not even worried about it, honestly.
Okay. I'll roll this one in the window.
Hey.
Please
We'll
be
just
a
go
two.
top down.
Please
So
be a one.
first one is for Gotvin. Oh yeah, and then the second one in the roll will be for Weemit. Both are 5s. You can reduce by armor, but I'm not sure if this is gonna matter.
I'm dead. Well, I mean, I go to 0, but if
I'm at -1.
-1, and you don't have omens. You don't have anything.
No, I got some
I'm dead.
lard.
Yeah, you do have the lard.
Water skin, tent,
I
blanket.
just wanted one more round. One more round.
For what? You're gonna fucking
can
kill
you
everybody, weren't you?
Well, either you were going to die before me, or just to make it easier for our next characters, Fletcher would have been dead.
Well,
Yeah, right.
Gotvin, you have 0. You said, or did you go negative?
No, I only my armor was only I only reduced it by 1, so I'm at -1.
You were okay. I wasn't sure if you were at 0 or not. So yeah, both of you feel this electricity bolt through you, head to foot. Everything on you electrified and crisp. The lard itself gives off a terrible stench. Fletcher rises above you, grabbing each of you as he eventually gets the spit from his eyes. And you see as he lifts each of your bodies up onto that table. And he peels away your armor and your things, and he takes out a cleaver. And the darkness clashes into you. And then there's the dawn of a new day.
Woo!
Yeah. Now,
You got fucked up.
so that's how that went. We did have a situation for this. If we want to, we can continue. If you guys want to, we can roll them new characters and see how this goes. Or worst case, we can call this the end of this dungeon. It's entirely up to how you're feeling right now, but we have a situation for this.
We do have a contingency.
Do we want to go through your new characters? You just give a thumbs up if yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
The accursed den. You can see that there are time passes overhead. Sun becomes day, becomes moon, becomes a new dawn. And with that, we're going to roll a misery first. So we have a D6 on our calendar. On a 1, a misery will happen. 6. Look at that. Interesting. No, we don't get to see the interesting world-ending events, just the personal ones. And for each of your characters, rewinding to how this began. You were more brigands led by the one-eyed woman. You were captured for heretical thefts, and you see the seer before you again, and she offered you life, freedom, and reward if you returned to Prince Alden from the accursed den. And the 3 people before us agreed. And do any of you have a character to introduce? Yeah, Jardine, do you want to go
I do
with
already.
it? Okay, let's go over yours first. We can start with the name. You may have to spell it out for me.
My name is Bellum. Belum.
Belum. Okay, so we got Bellum.
I am Wretched Royalty, 3 HP.
Okay, right back to theirs. I mean, only a -1 for you, not too bad.
Yeah. I have 1 Omen.
Okay.
My strength is -1, and everything else is a 0.
Oh, that's nice and easy. Strength -1. And I got to the right one. Everything else is a 0. Okay. Do either of you have you generated one, or are you making them yourself?
You have presence and strength.
Son of a gun. I think I didn't reorder those layers, and I'm still messing with it. So the strength was -1? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I gotta move those. Yeah. Did either of you use the generator for your
I
next
did.
character?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go? Okay, we can go with Mike's first. Mike A.
Hilariously, I rolled Weeman again for the name.
Really?
I actually did.
Okay. Do you want to
Please say he's a paying deserter again.
Sure. No, he's not. Forlorn Philosopher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What's your HP first?
2.
Oh no.
Yep.
And agility first, if you could.
Yeah, agility 1.
+1.
Yeah, +1. Sorry.
Yeah.
Presence +0. Strength +1, and toughness +0. 1 0 1 0.
Yeah. Okay, nice. And Peaches, your new fella.
Yeah. Mine is the heretical priest. Keftin. It's Kvetin.
Avetin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I haven't been that
Strength. Strength is 0, agility 0, presence +1, and toughness 0.
We got a.
What's your HP?
Yeah, what's your HP as well?
Oh, 8.
8. Oh, wow! Really? Level 1. All right.
Yeah. And I also, my one hand is replaced with a rusting hook.
Oh, okay.
Also, if I try to hide, I whistle when I roll a 5, 7, 9, 11, or 13.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Anytime you try to hide. Can I get the agility again?
Agility is 0.
0. I think I didn't get those down in time. So the presence was like a 1 or something?
1, yeah.
It's +1?
Yep.
And your toughness, I don't think was a
0.
+2. It's a 0. Yes. Okay. There's that one.
I don't know where my class came from.
What's it called?
There are more.
Oh, Forlorn Philosopher. It's not
Yeah,
in the
it's
main
one of
book.
the expanded ones, I guess.
Do you want me to roll it again, Aaron?
I can give it to you if you want to go with it.
Sure. Yeah, I have like the information for the character up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, there's more. The optional ones just like in the book are there. There's no real reason not to go with the other ones. If you want to swap, you can. But
No, I'll use it. I'll fucking try it. Why not?
okay. I'll just get the sheet open as well, just in case. Their main website has like a whole bunch of extra stuff too. So you said Forlorn Philosopher?
Yeah, I have a tablet. I do things with liquids.
Okay.
And I have an owl.
Ooh.
Fucking Elhorn in disguise.
Yeah, okay. Cool. And it would have generated all that cool stuff for you. Sweet. So you guys lay in the Palace of the Shadow King, offered your freedom and life. When she asked you if you would like more information, did any of you agree?
No.
I would have, yeah.
Yeah, I would have as well.
Okay, we'll pull 2 of those. Give you one moment. So this to actually, you know what? To weem it too. There.
To weem it too.
Yes, thank you.
I'll update that.
Anybody seen my brother Weemit?
We met, you met,
Okay.
we all met.
She leaned in close to you and said, "Something hungers in the depths, an enormous creature like a vast intestine." Gives you some information. And to Vetten said,
That's it.
the lamps. Oh no, sorry. An ancient man lives within a ruined room. Fear and avoid him.
Okay.
And Bellum instead took off to the warehouse. Is there anything of note that you picked up item-wise that you would have picked up there from that random character sheet?
Well, the random character sheet does have a few things. One of them is 208 silver.
Holy. Okay. Yeah, you're pretty rich.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Anything else?
I was gonna buy like a sack so I can carry stuff, maybe some lard. I don't know, like a crossbow with, let's say, 20 bolts.
Okay.
That's like 60. How much was a sack? 3, some lard, 8, and like 2 scrolls.
Okay. All right. Do you want to roll those scrolls then?
Sure. I guess 1 to 3 will be unclean. 4 to 6 sacred.
Okay.
First one, it's sacred.
Good. A D10 for that.
Well, the second one
Mhm.
is sacred.
2 sacred scrolls.
Okay. 8 and 6.
Okay. So that is the 6 is bestial speech. You may speak with animals for D20 minutes. And 8 is hermetic step. You find all traps in your path for 2D10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Do either of you start with a scroll that you'd like to roll here?
I do not.
Oh, back to back.
Yep.
No powers.
I can't. I don't have enough money to buy one either.
Oh no.
I do start normally with a scroll as well. So,
Oh,
you know.
okay. Did it say which type, or do you want to roll?
Yeah,
that as
it said I start with a scroll of death. I'm unclean.
well? Oh, okay. Cool. Sweet. Peaches, did Vetten there start with scroll or anything?
No, I have
note?
scale armor.
Scale armor. Is that like heavy, like or medium, or?
Scale armor is the tier 2 armor.
Okay, so that is the D4 reduction potential.
Yes. Yeah.
Your agility and defenses are increased by 2 for the difficulty. Just gotta keep that in mind. Mark that down, maybe. Okay. So with a new dawn, is there anything that Weemet 2 got that was interesting, or just standard gear? Do you at least have a weapon this time?
I have a femur.
Oh, really? Again?
Yep.
Oh.
But I also have a meat cleaver, which is the exact same amount of damage.
Yeah, the same amount of damage.
So I think I might spend some of my silver before we go, if that's cool.
Yeah. How much do you got?
I have 36.
Okay.
Because I'm rich as fuck.
Yeah, slim
So, yeah, I'm gonna buy a hand axe.
Hand axe for 15 does a D6.
Right? I figure let's
Step it
up it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
do you have armor?
I do have fur armor.
Okay, cool.
Other than that, I don't think there's anything else I'm gonna buy necessarily. Probably it's just extra food. That's all.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. So you were guided by a hooded man through the sacred passages that were like unseen by those that would be wandering around the accursed den. You were brought in through Valand and brought up again to the secret entrance into the accursed den. You awaken, ready to go, finding yourself in room 1. You see violet, purple butterflies flickering over a light stream, cracking, moving through a crack in the wall.
Did we roll a misery? Sorry, did I miss that?
Yeah, it was a 6. We didn't get one.
Gotcha. No worries.
Well, Aaron, I'm gonna actually buy a few things too.
Yeah, sure. If it's cool, you could talk about it. If it's mundane, you don't have to. It's up to you. Like if it's like
Okay,
you got Lara,
I do have. Yeah, I got. So I'm purchasing a lantern and 2 medicine boxes.
Okay, so some actual healing. Nice. I
Yes.
feel like one of you guys had medicine boxes, but it didn't have a lot of uses. Yeah.
It's dead, I think.
Yeah, Weebit 1 had it.
Okay.
And like I honestly thought like trying to heal while Jardine was getting killed. Just try to out heal the damage.
Yeah.
But I was like, maybe I'll just bite him instead, and that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Whoopsie. In that case, let's yeah, that's pretty bad.
Shit, that's pretty bad.
Just resetting some things here. Not that it's incredibly important, but I'm going to close up some of the map. How do you guys feel about that? Or do you prefer to just keep it as is?
Doesn't matter.
Either way.
Yeah.
Not like our characters would know.
Yeah. I don't think there's too much value either way. But as you're in the first room with the butterflies in the stream, you see a door on the left and right, each of them slightly ajar, to the north wall. Yeah. What do you guys do? You have on the left the creaking wooden door, and on the right a more sturdy metal one. And you're in room 1, just so you're aware.
And there's always interesting things behind metal doors. Should we check the middle one first?
I agree.
Okay. As you approach the metal door, you see that it is not fully closed, and it is something you can work with.
Kind of try to peek in a little bit before I open it entirely, if I can.
Yeah. Let me make sure I have the description here. So it's kind of, you can see that there's a kind of cool room, like cool air as you kind of approach. It's slightly smoky smell. From what you can see the edges of a bookcase with a few objects upon it. But there's not much more you can see through the crack in the door.
I'm just going to open it.
Okay. As you all approach and enter the room, you see there are 2 beds with skeletons strewn them. 3 of them are on one of the beds, their bones all kind of wrapped around one another. You see a giant bookshelf covered with different types of texts and books. Get that out of there. And you see torches lighting the room. To the north, you see a heavy door, and there's a bedside table between 2 of the beds with a flowered vase.
I want to go inspect the flowers. What kind of flowers are there?
As you kind of get close to the flowers, you see that they are kind of violet, a little bit crumpled, slightly aged. They have a bit of a nice smell, but you can tell these are not living flowers.
Okay. Does the vase have water in it?
There is a small layer of water at the bottom. Like a sip or 2. Maybe a gulp if you're lucky. But,
gotcha.
Yeah.
There's something in the room that's useful, like any particular weapons, gear.
You don't see any like weapons or gear, but you do see like a fully stocked bookcase, and yeah, there's an open bed, and then there's the door to the north side of the room.
Is there anything under or around the bed?
As you're looking around the bed, you don't see anything of importance. You just see on one of them the 3 skeletons kind of wrapping each other. Ragged blankets and cloths, but nothing of importance.
I don't know about you. I don't think we have time to read as much as I would love the chance, but we should get going.
It's fair.
Doesn't look like a very comfortable bed either.
You want to get in?
Well, you at least want to look at the quality. It's like, hey, it's awful.
Well, maybe we can always use this room to rest if we have to.
Okay.
Okay.
So ignoring the other objects in the room, there's a door to the north. Do you take it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
As you make your way through the door, inside you see a guard, kind of distraught. You see them like sharpening a blade on a stone, and they look up at you, and you can see that in their eyes they are somewhat dazed. They kind of rise to their feet and they eye you. Were you the ones who killed my brother?
I don't. Who's your brother?
He just arrived.
You don't belong. And he leaps off the table, throwing the whetstone to the side with a blade, and slashes at you immediately. Let's see how this one goes. So 6, you guys go first. Roll your initiatives.
All right.
That's a 3.
Don't
It's a
get
D20.
I don't know why. Yeah.
That's a heck of an initiative.
Don't worry about it. It's like a 6 for me. Holy shit! Never moved so fast in my life.
You're fast as fuck, boy.
Movement 2 is so much faster than Movement 1.
Yeah. So we got a 6, a 3. Peaches, what did you get? A 1. All right.
It's already started.
You got a wheelhouse. It's just low single digits.
Well, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, we got that. We got Bellum, and then the guard goes next. Okay. So we too. You got the 6 there, right? You go first.
Yeah, boy. I'm gonna attack with my hand axe.
Okay, that brand spanking new hand axe. Make that DR12 check for me. Killing
18.
it. D6 damage.
Get fucked. What's the secret number? 3.
3. Okay. I think they have light armor. Well, let's do this. He only reduces 1, so he takes 2 damage. All right. And then just kind of recoils back from that and says, "Get out of here!" And it is Bellum's turn.
You first.
You see like a reasonably well dressed person in his padded armor. Just reach around his back, whip out his crossbow, pull it back, thunk.
Did you already roll the attack?
No, not yet.
Okay. So DR12 on the presence.
It's a 17.
Oh man, these guys know what they're doing. How much
Way
damage
better
is the
than the last
crossbow?
guy.
It's D8.
D8. And you had 20 bolts, right? Is that
Yeah.
total?
Yeah, I hit him for 6.
Okay. Mark that for 6 damage. Yeah, how do you kill him?
Oh, it's like straight through the throat.
Okay.
Okay, they're legless.
And he just like falls back and he's bleeds out.
Yeah, as he's like falling towards the ground, you just hear him say, "Brother," and he's killing. And then, as you kind of look into the room, you do see incredibly charred armor that's been pulled out of the fireplace here, rested against the table. And in your mind now, you remember one of the 3 skeletons in the previous room to be charred and slightly smoky compared to the others, but suspiciously devoid of meat. So you are now in room 4. To your left, you know that to be the dining hall. You can see the chains hanging in the stairs to the north, and you hear shuffling and a light cough come behind a metal door on the west wall.
Can I expect that wall?
You can. You can see that this is it's just a heavy metal door, and as you get closer, you can hear the sound of people maybe talking. Their speech is muffled and unclear, but there seems to be others beyond
Which
it.
west is this?
In the map, it would be basically like northwest. That corner, there is a door there.
Okay.
I want to yell out, "Hello!"
After a moment,
Is it a far room? Like I can't see anybody that's in there.
it's just a sealed metal door, no window
Okay.
or anything.
Okay.
I quickly reload. He calls out to them.
Yeah. As you yell out, you just hear some like shuffling, a bit of clanging, and then you just hear like, hello, who's there? And you hear different voices almost echoing over one another. Who is out there?
I don't know how I want to respond to this. We might be able to help you. Are you stuck inside?
We are trapped. We've been trapped
How long have you been trapped?
for too long. I've forgotten the time.
Can I search the guards to see if they have a key?
Sure.
Or the one guard there?
Yeah, actually, yeah. As soon as you go to look at the guard who's passed out, right on his hip, there's a single key on a ring.
Okay, I'm going to take the key, and I'm going to turn to Bellaman and Weemet. What do you both think? They could be lying. Could be more guards, or they would have already come out. So they could be telling the truth.
You see Bellum grabs a little, like, somewhat, like, old-looking trumpet off his hip and gives it a blast. And I'll use
Okay.
the horn of the Schleswig Lords.
Okay.
Made up.
Yeah. What does that do?
So once per day, you release a blare from this dented old trumpet and test a presence DR12.
Okay, start with that.
Natural 20.
Nat 20. Okay, what happens?
One creature may make their next non-combat test an automatic success. And this will be
Okay.
for Kevton.
Okay.
Tally ho.
Yeah, you just feel
Okay.
incredibly inspired. Are you? And you have the key. Did you say you were moving into the room, unlocking it?
Yes, I'm going to do that.
Yeah. As you unlock it,
I
you
feel
slowly-
empowered. Open the door with such ease.
Yeah, you start to pull back the door and reveal inside, and you see on the right side, chained and barred rows of cells with very thin and like ragged people beyond them. Directly on the floor in front of you, you see a small stack of ancient withered corpses and of the same ragged cloth as those behind the cages. Inside, you see about 10 of these people, 2 to a cage of these 5 cages. They all move towards the cage closest to you with arms reached out and say, "Please, free us. Save us." What do you do?
Who are you all?
We've been imprisoned wrongfully.
And you are...
I've forgotten my own name.
Do you know if the prince is here?
No princes would be here.
Do any of you know where he might be held?
You just hear them say, like, no, no, no. Some voices clamoring over one another. But we will free you. We will help you. Let us out.
Do they look frail? Like
Oh,
if
yeah.
they tried to attack me, I could kill them.
Yeah, they're almost skeletal, like leathery and wiry, rags and long hair.
Okay, the one that's closest to the entrance to the door, can I try to use the key to let him out? Would the key fit?
As you move up to one of the closer ones and get in to try and unlock the door, they reach out with their hands and try and grab at you.
Motherfuckers.
Can you make a defense attack? It's an agility DR12 to try and not literal defense. Agility DR12 to try and get away from their grasp.
Okay,
Is it
but
a
does that
defense?
horn?
Or
It's not literal defense. It's just agility DR12.
so he succeeds in?
Yeah. Their hands grasp past you, and you pull out in time to get away from them, and they say, like, "Please free us!" And you can see they're still trying to like grasp at you and pull onto you.
I don't think that that's a good idea.
No?
No, you lost your chance.
They lost all the goodwill that I think we should give them.
Agreed.
Is there anything else in this room that could be helpful?
Just a pile of elder corpses that seem to be looking like some of these prisoners, and maybe their future's their fate.
Okay. That's a shame. I was kind of hoping they could help us.
Yes, well, they're imprisoned here for a reason.
It's true.
Is there another door in this
No.
place?
There's nothing
okay.
else in this room.
As we go back outside to room number 4,
Mhm.
I'm gonna lock the door.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, and then you have the room of chains in view, or the room to the dining, the door to the dining hall. Where would you like to go?
Shall we head north?
Sure.
I don't see why not.
Okay. You work your way up into the room with the chains, and you see, at first, you start to see like strands of something wrapping around some of these chains. And then you see a large amount of what appears to be webbing up in one of the corners. And then you see little bits of web wrapping around these chains, up and around the ceiling behind you, where you see laying on the wall directly above you a large, like hound-sized spider, and it hisses at you from above. We'll see how it reacts to you first.
Hello, spider.
Not well.
Bye, spider.
It lunges down on each of you. I guess because I don't know how to pronounce your name. Vetten? I don't know how to say your name. You were kind of leading them up here. It's going to go towards you first, and you see as it lowers itself down on a silken strand, and legs and claws and fangs come out at you, and it goes to bite you. Can you roll a defense test? It'll be DR 12.
Yeah, so I add an extra 2 to that.
Yeah, I don't have it in your character sheet, so I'm gonna have to trust you.
Yeah, it says DR2 on an agility test, including defense.
Yes, for your armor. So that makes the difficulty higher. So it'll be 14.
So 14. Get wrecked, son.
Natural 20. So you dodge out of the way, and you see an opening, and you're able to do a counterattack. Can you roll whichever attack you would like to do?
Very nice.
Yeah. What's the number for this one?
Normally 12. If you have a modifier, let me know, but it should be 12.
I don't think so.
If you're a melee weapon, I don't know if we went over your weapon, but I think it'd be.
So I have 3 weapons.
Okay.
I have my rusty hook. I have this thing called a sacred shepherd's crook, and then I have a bow.
Okay. Which are you using here?
I'm gonna use the hook since this would have been a surprise attack.
Okay.
So 17.
Yeah. Plus strength with melee still hits. What damage is that? Does it specify?
It's a D6.
D6. Damn. Does it have any? Roll that first. 4 damage. Does it have any difficulties? Like any downsides or anything that happens on certain rolls?
No, not with my hook. No.
Okay. Okay. And now you get that counterattack, and you did how much damage? Sorry.
4 damage. 4.
And reduced by 1. It took 3 damage. Okay, and then the 3 of you. Let's roll your initiative after it gets its first round in.
3.
1.
All right. Okay, that's not great.
Oh, do I need to roll again?
Yeah. For you just got a counterattack there, but now it's your actual initiative.
Okay. E3.
Okay, so that's Weemit, Vetten, and Bellum, right? Weemit 2, Vetten, and Bellum. Okay, and it's taking that there. So Weemit 2, what are you doing?
I'm first? Shit. I'm going to run up and hit it with an axe, I guess.
Okay, make that DR12 unless there's
Why am I
adjustments.
using the D6 yet? Stop 6. Fine. Don't pay attention. That's going to be a 14.
Okay. Yeah, and how much damage does that do?
D6 with 3.
3. See how its armor works here.
Philosophize it.
Yeah. It was 3, -1, so 2 damage.
Bad.
Not too bad. And then it is Vetten? I don't know how you want me to say it.
Veteran is fine.
Vetten.
So I'm going to use my Sacred Shepherd's Crook.
What is that?
If I hit, this crook hooks through other worlds. I don't know what that means. And then the staff does 2d4 damage except to faithless humans.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but let me attack.
Like attacking
Nice.
its soul.
Yeah.
16.
16. Okay, roll 2d6. That's crazy.
No, 2d4.
Oh, 2d4. Yes.
It's still really high.
It's still pretty good.
That's 3 damage.
3 damage. -1, so 2 more damage. Okay. Yeah, it's then Bellum.
I will take out a very nice box that's covered in snakeskin,
Okay.
open it up, and a very delicate looking dagger comes out, and I will stab the spider with it.
Okay. Does it have any modifiers on the hit?
No. It's,
DR12 strength.
I will use my omen to lower the DC, so it hits.
Okay. All right. How many omens do you have? Just one?
Just one.
Okay.
So it's a D4.
4 damage. Hopefully up there. That's a 1.
It's 1. The only time it triggers is at 1 damage.
What's the trigger?
The dagger does D4 damage, but on the one, the target dies immediately of deadly poison weeping from the blade.
Oh, that's incredible. Okay. Yeah.
Even
So,
Peaches that weapon. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
how does that look then? As this
So
huge
I
spider?
stab into the spider, and as I pull out, you see like a green fluid. Looks like it's coming out of the tip of the blade.
Okay.
And just a couple drops, and then
Yeah, around
Spider
it, the spider
twitches.
just kind of like twitches and melts away, like at the point of impact a little bit. Yeah, loosely it falls to the ground.
and I very carefully put it back in the snakeskin case and close it.
Yeah. Okay. Interestingly, as you see its corpse fall to the ground, you see its huge fangs, and any of this acid or even like the air around it that's hitting these fangs, you see it crystallizes into like little shards of ice as soon as it makes contact with them. Yeah, even the poison itself, if it's splattered up against any of the fangs, like little frozen drops of it lay there.
Okay.
Oh, that was exciting.
Yeah, let's just
That was
let's just
very
try to avoid that.
fast. My God.
It's the killer, that one.
Is there anything in the webs in that corner? Like people, things?
No, it's more up in the ceilings. You can see like maybe
Okay.
this is a place where it would rest or capture things, but they don't seem full or like there's anything in any of the webbing.
Okay. And there's there's that door in that room. I'm gonna go check that door. There's something.
Yeah, that metal door on the north
Yeah.
side. Yeah, you press up against it and it seems immovable.
Okay.
It's nothing happens there.
Okay. There's no other room except for 9.
Yep.
That's correct.
Yeah, and even from here, you can see out into 9 as you're moving through here. You can see the gemmed wall. You can see the sludge pit. You can see the small hole at the opposite end.
I see the gemmed wall.
Mhm.
I want to try to get a gem out of it.
Okay. So Weemit 2 moves into room 9. And can you make a strength test for me?
Yeah, I want to see if he can succeed where we one failed.
Yeah, it'll be a strength test of DR 12.
Okay. You cannot. It's the
Okay.
answer.
Yeah, just yanking on these gems. Vitan and Vellum, you make an attempt as well as you're seeing we attempt.
Come on, lads. It's for the taking. Maybe.
Yeah,
we're not.
Yeah,
shit.
I'll try. I'll use my rusty hand hook.
Okay, nice.
Nope, that's a 2.
It doesn't find a way in.
I will try and pry it away with my scissors.
Okay.
This is so stupid.
can't get these gems out.
It's the hardest thing in this whole dungeon.
Yeah, and one of you was like royalty, right?
Yeah, me.
Yeah, just glancing at these gems, you can tell these are worth like several hundred silver each. And as you're like eyeing them almost hungrily for their value, you do
Change.
begin to hear the slight viscous sounds of sludge moving behind you.
Something's behind us in the black pool.
Can I make one more attempt at the gems?
Yeah, well, you can make one more attempt. Or you can make as many as you like attempts. It's up to you. Just
Not
mad,
today.
madly yanking on these damn gems, and like they're so close from coming loose. And you hear something rise up from the sludge behind you, Bellum. You seeing it first as you turn to look. You see a thing rise up 3 to 6 to 9 to 12 feet into the air as it begins to loom upwards. What do you guys do?
That
Run
is
for the
very
tunnel.
large.
You're gonna run to the tunnel.
Wait, we can use the spider as bait.
What?
What do you do?
Run back towards the
Okay.
room of chains.
You run back to the spider room.
I'll also run with Bell.
Just bailing. Weemit too. Are you going as well, or are you going towards the
I'll
tunnel?
take 3 steps towards the tunnel and see no one's following me. Turn back around.
Okay. You see it rise up to 15, 16 feet, moving now towards you, even only 10 feet away as it
Oh,
starts
fuck.
to loom up and running to, slowly following the footsteps as you run towards the archway back into the chain room.
Oh my word.
Yeah, you all see it start to hearing the echoes of your footsteps. You see it drift slowly behind and moving towards the archway into the room that you're in. Yeah, what are you doing with that spider?
Yeah, what are you doing with that spider, guys?
Use it as bait, and we can attack the worm while it's trying to eat the spider.
Okay, but that didn't answer the question. Right? What are you doing with
I
the
can do.
spider?
Yeah, how do you do this?
Well, I grab the spider and I move it towards the archway so it would be before us.
Yeah, as soon as you start to lift it, this thing is big, as big as a large hound. And you're finding that it's heavy and you're moving slowly. Can you make a strength DR 10 for me to see if this is
Can I
good?
help him?
Yeah, anyone who wants to help lift, it's a DR 10.
I'll help. Yeah. Watch this work.
15 or 14.
Fuck out of here with that natural 20. God damn.
A
14.
No, shut up, Aaron. It's not happy. That
yeah.
would have been good. Different time.
Yeah, a different time, yes. But maybe this is good too. You easily, the three of you lift this spider and kind of move it towards the archway. Bellum, you're leading. What do you want them to do with the spider? Are you just throwing it out there? Or...
Yeah, just leave it at the archway. So
Okay.
the worm has to at least come partially in, and I'll go to the side of the archway.
Okay.
And take out my dagger. Maybe we can kill it.
Oh, okay.
All right, you know what? I'll get on the other side of the archway because I'm down for a new character to try to get the gems out. Let's do this.
We met 3.
Maybe I one tap this thing. All right.
Maybe.
True.
Yeah, you drop the spider with a bit of a clang, and its legs and the hard carapace click, click, click against the ground. And you can hear it more than you can see it. The sludge moving up over the cavern floor. You can hear its hard carapace, the ridges of it bumping along the hard ground as it comes this way. And then you see its head moving into the archway slightly, feeling around. You can see like its maw of teeth moving in and out of its mouth, feeling for things, and then they make contact with the spider. And it seems to, for a moment, not move at all. And then with incredibly vicious speed, all the teeth rush out of the mouth and pull the spider in. You see the legs cracking back over itself as it's pulled into the thing.
I attack.
Yeah,
Me
go
too.
for it. This is a surprise round. Each of you that are attacking, go for it.
We're gonna fucking die.
This is the time for those nat 20s.
Okay.
Yes, this would have been the time.
19.
That's pretty close. All right. And roll your damages as well.
That's a 4 or 2.
Oh no.
3 damage. And I'm sure this
Okay.
thing doesn't have armor or anything, right? It's a worm. Worms don't wear armor.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't have armor. And you
I-
did 2 damage?
Captain.
Yeah, Peaches, are you attacking? You got a 3? Is that what you said?
Yeah, 3 damage from me.
Oh, you did the 3 damage, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if you were rolling armor. So.
As
I
he's
did.
eating,
Mm-hmm.
this is gonna go incredibly bad. As he's eating the spider, I'm gonna throw a bomb into his mouth.
A bomb?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a range attack. Presence tier 12.
Hey, that's a. Oh wait,
Yeah.
you said
that's you.
presence. That's
Yeah.
a 13.
Do you have a positive? You got a positive. That's a 13. You beat it. Okay. I don't know what a bomb does. What does a bomb do? I don't know if it's a unique bomb. There's one in the other.
A bomb does D10 damage.
Okay.
So let me roll for that.
Yep.
What kind of area?
A holy hand grenade he just lobbed in the thing.
Yeah.
It's only 4 damage, but it doesn't
damage.
say. All it says is that it's a sealed bottle. It does 10 D10 damage. It doesn't say by
I'm with it.
radius. So,
Okay.
and I shot it in his mouth, so it would have been contained in his brain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you you make your attack. What's your weapon again?
Hand axe.
The hand axe, yeah. You chop into the carapace and find like it barely hits. Like glances off. You see like a scratch and the axe goes wide. And then Veeton, as you see that moment, you throw the bomb in there, slow motion between all of its gnashing teeth as you see them row by row pull the spider deep inside. You see that glass like crack off one of them, explode onto the other, a series of chained explosions, and you see it unfazed, like just continue the spider down its throat.
I suggest we run.
Yeah, we're
Like,
I'm technically rolling initiative, but you can absolutely just run. It's a 5, so technically you guys are also going first. You can roll
I'm
your
out of
individual agilities so that we know your turn order.
I rolled a 1, so it's 2.
Then we got a 2.
I rolled a 2, so it's 2.
Yes. But that-
I
Mine's
rolled
a
a 3,
3.
so it's 2. Joking.
So that's in We Met Bellum?
Yep.
All right. We Met Bellum. And then Worm. Okay. What are you guys doing? As you see, like, it almost doesn't even notice the bomb. You're
Mhm.
piecing out? Is that what you're doing?
I'm out of there. I'm running.
Okay. Which
If that bomb does nothing, doesn't blow up his head, I'm out of there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you each run at full speed from the chain room. I imagine south, back to the guard room.
Or...
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we go that way.
Yeah, you can try and
No.
go the other way.
I'll go south.
Okay. So each of you running south into the chain room, beyond the chain room, down to the guard room. And then you hear, because of your footsteps and the haste, you hear the carapace of this thing crack against the archway of the gem room, and you hear it moving over things, chains moving around. And looking back over, you can see that it's following your sound and moving its way towards you. And from here, where are you guys going?
How quickly is it moving?
You could tell it can very easily keep pace with you. 'Cause, yeah, it's pretty damn quick.
Can I just do the like turn, take a crossbow shot, and just keep running?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, movement is essentially free. So if you have range stuff, you could do it in the time.
Yeah, I'll take a shot with my crossbow.
Okay. Yeah, make that presence DR12, the range attack.
6.
That's pretty low. Yeah. So I assume you're going to use an omen or anything.
I already used mine.
You already used your one. So shot goes wide, and you all book it. Each of you, which room are you going to? You are in room 4. You have the option of going back into the prisoner room, but it's locked. 2 or 3. The dining room or the library.
I'm gonna go to the dining room.
Okay.
Yeah. Room 2.
You follow after Weemit. Each of you burst into the dining room, and seeing it now for the first time through these eyes, you see the long dining room table with a man so kind of in a weird position, seeming like maybe he was bitten and slapped and moved around a bunch. A bit of a brown moisture on the ground on the table in front of him, blood down his neck. And then again, you hear down the stairs, conk, 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 as the carapace, the segmented body of this thing moves its way down.
I'm gonna hide behind this guy.
Okay.
Okay, never mind that.
Like not like in his.
No,
silhouette,
hide
but
like on the
beyond.
other end of him, and I want to like make
Okay.
little tappy noises where he's
Okay.
sitting.
Okay.
I want to see if anything can kill this man.
True.
Maybe the worm will do it.
Yeah.
I'll hide against the wall for the door. Same thing for the archway.
Okay.
Maybe I'll get a
Stacked up.
stab.
All right.
I'm gonna be beside room or hallway 6, like that door.
Running
Just in case.
beyond Weemit. Okay. All right.
Yeah, just in case it eats the man and still is attracted to us, I'm gonna run. But man, this thing's only 15 feet.
Yeah.
That was a long way.
Well, you haven't seen the full length of it. It just rises
true.
up out of the sludge.
Yeah, that's what. In my opinion, like 15 feet of
Yeah.
like holy shit. It's huge.
Yeah. So yeah, it makes its way into the room. Can each of you do a? I feel like agility or presence
I
to
will
see
take
how quietly you did it or how well you hid. That's gonna be a DR10 to try and
14.
be quiet.
That's a
I'm gonna
neat.
do presence.
We got one.
That's a natural 20. I'm as silent as a
natural
ghost.
20. Yeah, you've shifted into another plane, but Balaam did not succeed.
No, I've made a clanging noise when I pushed up against the wall.
Yeah, you press up against the wall, and you see the creature burst through the doorway, like ripping it off its hinges, and it goes flying into the room over the dining room table, and Weemit's there, clanking on the ground. And this thing is going to make a decision between the two sounds it heard. I'll do it in the public roll too, so you guys can see it.
Bye.
Just gonna do like 10 and under is bad, so that's Bellum. Over a 10 is good.
For the immortal guy?
Yeah. So he goes to the constant tinging sound instead, moves his way into it, bumping into a table, and like for a second, like shirking his body off to like shove whatever that would be away from him, and you see the table go sliding across to the south side of that room, crashing up, all of the things clattering off. And then it nudges into something soft, and you see the teeth move out of the mouth and grab onto it almost like fingers and start to rip it inside.
Good luck, pal.
And you lock eyes as he's pulled inside, and there is nothing. And he is yanked inside slowly, crunching, hands gone, waist gone, feet gone. The thing's momentarily distracted.
Can I ask a quick question?
Mhm.
Out of the doorway, how much of it is being like taken up by the worm?
As far as width goes, like all of it.
And height?
It's about a circle, so we're saying it's maybe around 4 feet across, a little less, like 3-ish, so it can actually cram its way through a doorway. You have like a foot, like at least 2 feet of clearance above it if you were to try. Under it, not so much.
Okay, I was just checking. I'll try and stab it again with the
Stab
dagger.
it? Okay.
I'm gonna run south.
You're going south, so currently
I'm gonna
that
loot.
dining room table is like crashed up against the door.
Run north.
Yeah, but the door, I mean, I don't know which way it technically opens on the map, but it looks like it opens into room 1. So if you could get to the handle, you could open out that direction.
I rolled a 17 for the attack.
Okay, the attack hits. You want that 1 on the damage, right?
I do.
See that D4.
25% chance. It's a 4 damage.
4 damage. The worst case scenario was the most damage. And like dagger does nothing. You can tell like the carapace of this thing. Like you even try and go for like a segment edge and try and get it in there. It just like ting, bounces off. It almost doesn't even notice you.
Okay.
With how little that.
Can I then like dive through the opening in the door above it? So like I'm
Okay.
climbing up on it and just like going the opposite way of its face.
Yeah. That's pretty tough. I'm gonna say like agility 12 for that to try and get over it. And we met and what are you guys doing?
15.
I am gonna go for that south door.
You book it to the south door.
Yeah.
Okay. You can make it like. Sorry.
I was gonna say he hasn't heard me.
Yeah.
And he might be going back into room 4, so I'm just gonna have my hand on that door. And if he looks at me, I'm booking it down hallway 6.
Okay. So yeah, we make you make your way across the table, fishing for the handle. Can you roll a presence 10 for me, and see if you can get it in there in time?
I'll let you know if I can, my guy. Presence, huh?
Oh, a natural 1.
Time to start rolling. We hit 3.
Yeah, you just throw your hand beyond it, and like right where you thought was a doorknob, it's actually just a cup full of like silverware that was like wedged up perfectly into the gap, and you punch this cup with your hand, and it hurts for a moment. But worse, you see the cup move off the gap, and the silverware clatter to the ground around you. Without even looking, you can sense this thing whipping its head in your direction. And you can hear the clack, clack, clack as its body moves along the side of the door hinge that it broke in. And Kvetin, goddamn your name, you see the same thing as it moves towards that far south side of the room.
Okay. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything on like that wall near room 4? Like that angle between room 4 and 3? Like something metal or like something I can make a noise?
There would have been like the hinges that have been ripped off the doors, like on the floor there, on that side, where it is currently coming into the room, the length of its body. Be over it in your direction if you're by room 6. You know that there would be like shredded door and hinges and maybe a doorknob on the ground. But other than that, there could be some cutlery on the ground, but that's directly under its body at the moment.
Is there anything? Okay. Is there like a chandelier above the room?
All the
or like
lighting so far has been like torches. You've maybe seen one like oil lamp or a fireplace. Nothing fancy.
Okay.
Like there's like torches on either side here, like in little sconces, but that's all.
Okay, on that west wall,
Mhm.
if there is like a torch or a sconce or whatever, something metal,
Mhm.
I'm gonna shoot it with a bow.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, go for it. We'll keep it with the DR12 with a range attack.
Okay.
And keep track of your arrows.
What's range again?
12 for presence.
Presence, okay. That's an 18.
18, okay. You hit it dead on. You don't really need to roll damage, but sure, let's see how severe this sound is.
Okay, so my bow is D6. That's a 2.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say this is going to be like a 50-50 chance then that it is paying more attention to that than the clattering that we made. I'll do this one in here as well. Did I have a dice in there still? No. So it'll be the same. 10 and under is bad. Nat 20, that's perfect. It goes for the sconce right away. And you see like it's almost just in predator mode. It's no longer searching for things. It just lunges teeth out and rips it off the wall. You see its teeth even taking stonework with it as it pulls it back inside.
If I see Wimmy too, I'm just going back.
Yeah, Bill.
I try to open the south door again.
Yeah. You can.
Oh, you piece of shit!
You could do agility or presence, either one for this.
Agility.
I am a little curious about something.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I've gone into room 4 over top of this thing. How long is it?
Yeah, you see that you can see that it has moved into this room a good deal through room 4, and it's still bending up the stairways into room 8, into the chain room. You haven't seen the end of it yet. But yeah, you beat the DR10 for getting into that doorknob. So
Yep.
you open it, push it outward. You see the butterflies in the stream that you had seen when you first originally came here, and in your mind you know where you are.
Yep.
You can just
So
make
I
your way out.
want to loop. Like I want to go all the way like down 1, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Like I want to get back up to where it came from and see the ass end of this thing.
Yeah.
And try to get a gem off the wall.
Okay.
I'm
And
using
so-
every moment I can to just stab this thing in the body, since I don't have its face near me.
Okay, so you're in room 4 in the guard room, and yeah, you're gonna go make for that attack as Weemet is sprinting through 1, past the skeleton room in the library, through the guard room, and as you're making this attack,
I missed.
just bounces clean off. Nothing happens at all.
You need better practice.
Yeah, as Weemet bursts into the room, and you two are now together in the guard room.
I should say I do want to try to get to follow me. Because it's like the maximum distance away.
Yeah,
I do want to try to like outrun it, but get it to like follow my path.
I see. Okay, so make a presence check to see if you're able to, like, while you're moving, also keep the state of mind to be distracting enough. That's
19.
19. Yeah, so you're just like clanging things, stamping loudly.
Shit on the way
Yeah,
through.
like, get me! And then you make your way around, and it does follow you. Like, no question, there's nothing to compete for its attention, and it starts moving. And as it's moving its way, it crashes through the dining room table. And Viten, you see as its teeth open up wide and the thing expands a little, almost snake-like, and moves the whole dining room table into its mouth. Teeth after teeth pulling itself in. And then as it gets to the end, it smalls itself, and you can see its wide body crushing the table, compact itself into a normal size, and it moves its way through that doorway. At this moment, Bellum, as Weemet's making his rounds, you actually do see the tail end of this thing. And it's like a long piece of like almost like black spiky metal in like different shards that ends in a single point. As like its body, it's like individual segments break off into like scales almost that coalesce into a spiky tail.
Okay.
And that makes its way down the chain room stairs. Do you do anything while it's passing you?
Yeah, I'm still going to try and stab it, and I'm going to follow it.
Okay, you're gonna follow. Do you want to like hop on? Are you riding?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'll ride this thing.
Okay. Yeah, make that attack.
I think our last characters were smarter.
Yeah.
I'll wait until it's my next turn.
The attack does nothing. Again, as usual, clank, that stuff.
Work, damn you!
And you hop on. It moves pretty slowly. Like, you're fine. Nothing. No test to like be on this thing. Is there anything you would like to do, then? As you see Vellum almost waving bye as he's going by on the body of this thing.
Hop on.
No, I'm just going to kind of stay where I am. Like, what? Just kind of thinking to myself, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah.
We should be
Okay.
running and yeah.
All right. Weemet, you're leading it. Eventually, as you're doing your path, you see like it breaks through the table, moves at you. You run back into the library room, and you're like stomping loudly, and it's following you,
Yep.
moving its way into there, where it, again, smashes through any door in its way, consuming everything. Is there anything you do as it's bending around, moving into that library room?
Yeah, so I'm going to try to quiet now as I get up towards, because I want to go through 8 and back into 9.
Okay.
So I want to see what it
it's
looks
just
like when
gonna
that
keep
worm
following you.
isn't in the pool.
Okay.
Like
At
one of
which
those, like-
room do you start being quiet?
4.
Okay. So once it's followed you to the guard room and like throwing things out of its way at this point with the like I can't get to that sound kind of ferocity,
Yeah.
you just like you're still moving, or you
I
did
still want to move. I just want to try to move quieter.
So do a presence DR10 to see if you can like drop all sound. Boom. Every
11.
time. So close. Nice.
Man.
Right on the edge. So that's good.
Yeah, I can't wait till he tries to get that jewel and he can't do it. It's gonna be hilarious.
It's gonna happen again. So yeah, you silently move your way up into the chain room and avoid them, moving your way to the archway.
Yeah.
And Bellum, you find yourself moving into the Butterfly Creek room, and then eventually it moves up into the guard room, and you're out there seeing the length of this thing's body thrashing around in the guard room, looking for something it can't find, and you're just riding it. If neither of you do anything, you can move into. Yeah, you can make another attack if you
Yeah, I
like.
was just saying, he's definitely gonna try to
Yeah.
kill this thing.
Yeah.
You can move into room 7, the gem wall, and make some attempts.
Well,
God.
okay. As I move into room 9, I want to see. That's,
Okay,
that's where I'm going, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
In the little map, it's kind of cut off. It looked like a 7. But you're right.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So as I move into room 9, I want to see, first of all, is there still a bunch of black ooze where it came out of?
Yeah, there's so much sludge there, and like beyond it, you can see like some hearths. You see a pillar. There's like violin music playing creepily around you.
What about that little boat right there?
I don't look for the little boat.
You don't see a little boat.
I need to know.
I will try to get a gem out of the wall.
Okay, make that strength test for me. DR 12. Natural.
Just like the Maple Leafs, Pitts can't do it.
He just falls flat on his face at the last.
You go for one of the largest ones and just hands in it ferocity, like I need this, and in almost a poetic way. Again, like stones and gravel fall off, just like the first attempt with Weemit one and his group. Stones fall from the wall, clattering into the ground, and it's a sound of like gravel and sand and stones, and it's just like you see above it, like smaller rocks that were above, like a whole sheet of like gravel comes down, and the sound of sand crashing into the ground. Bellum, you feel yourself lurch forward as this thing rushes, clack, 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 up the stairs through the chain room, ripping through the chains. Weemit, what do you do as you see the chains flying through the room in the moment that it's about to turn the corner?
I'm gonna run for the tunnel.
Tunnel. All right, you make a dive for that tunnel. Make an agility DR 10 for me.
Do I have
Get out of the way.
10? That's a 10.
Oh, because you have a +1.
I have a +1.
Okay,
Yeah, this ain't Weemit 1.
Yeah.
Weemit 2, he quit.
Yeah. I thought you were considering using an omen or something for a second, but
No.
You meet it. You dive right in, and like crawl, however, and make your way through the tunnel, breaking you onto the outside. Bellum, you're riding this worm as it rushes back into that room. You see it starts to spiral up against that gem wall and starts to coil up on itself, and you just hear like this grating, crashing, clack, 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 as the segmented bits again are like grinding up against each other as it starts to spiral up the gem wall. And within moments, you find yourself being pulled into that room.
I will attack it once before hopping off.
Okay, make that attack.
Come on. Deserve this. I missed.
You're drags, right? You know what I mean? Like you're just constantly trying. Nothing.
Again,
You should try to fight from the inside.
yeah, it gets off the carapace. Can you roll an agility DR 10 for me to see if you can hop off before this thing's body coils up on itself?
He's gonna pass this one. It's gonna be
Natural
hilarious.
20.
Natural
Yep,
20.
100%.
Yeah, like seamlessly off the side of a horse. You just no problem.
I'm used to like riding stuff. I grew up on a saddle.
Yeah, no problem. And then you see as it curls up the rest of its body eventually. You could tell this thing's like maybe like 80 feet long at full length, spiraling up onto itself. And after a moment where it seems defeated, you just hear a loud like hissing before it moves headfirst back into the sludge over itself, diving in, and the sludge spattering violently around the rim. And works its way back under.
Does the sludge like hiss? Do anything?
Oh,
weird?
anything that it touches, it like hisses, and you hear that that sound, and that smell of sulfur comes back into your nose, and the whole room just gets like this like foggy mist on it.
Weemit, are you okay?
Aaron is like, why do you guys do this to me?
Yeah, as soon as you see like the tail end of it like slick like back up onto the sledge, without a moment, you see the head lurch back up. Like half its body still going under as the thing starts to lurch back up, and it waits. Is there anything the rest of you would like to do?
Yo, I'm in the tunnel.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna open the
you?
door.
Yeah, within an instant, it's mashing its face against the side of that tunnel, trying to claw its way in with its teeth, mashing and gnashing. And it goes on to do this for some while. Is there anything Veton and Bellum would like to do as this is happening?
I'm assuming I don't hear that so far. I'm gonna go
You
through.
would definitely be hearing all of the worms' sounds.
Oh, okay.
Stone and teeth.
Then I think he's coming back. I'm gonna go through the door into hallway 6.
Okay. Yeah, you burst out into hallway 6, where upon looking at it, you see a very nice painting and a room beyond. Anything you'd like to do?
Fuck the painting. I'm gonna go to room 7.
Make your way to room 7. Weemit, you find yourself in a tunnel as it opens up into space. You see a contraption with gears and pulleys overhead and a tunnel beyond with a small little doorway with a lead.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get up there. Check that out.
Okay. Do you have any sort of climbing tools or
No.
anything? Okay, so this is gonna be
I
real
don't
tough.
have the noose, the rope, or the grappling hook. Get
Okay.
fucked me.
All right. I'm gonna say this is gonna be like a DR 14 agility to see if you can just like get up there and grab onto something.
18.
You grab on. Okay. Can
No
you
gem
also,
wall.
There's no gem wall. Can you make a DR 10 presence to see if you can figure out how this thing would work?
Sure. Natural 20.
Crush it. I think in a moment, the whole contraption just spills over your mind, and you see it, the gears and pulleys, and you start working it. The one that you're holding on, and it starts coming down. Doorway eventually opens, and you have yeah. You can probably just like work your way around it.
Yeah.
You do like an agility or strength, whichever, 10 to see if you can in time.
I'll
get
do
around.
agility.
I'm gonna notice this, like the door opening behind me.
Yeah, you're just like walking like, nope, not touching that painting. And then
I'm going to use an omen.
okay.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, you see the trapdoor lowering.
Not today.
That's a 4.
Not great. Okay.
But I'm gonna. If I hear the trap door open, I will look.
Yeah.
I will look at it. Do I see Women's hands or anything?
At first, you just see like a hole and like a weird stony tunnel, and then you see someone work their way around, hand up on the edge, and try and pull themselves up. But the back hits the trapdoor that's falling itself, and they swing their own weight loose, and their fingers are dripping on the edges there. Yeah, but you can make a quick strength test of 12 to try.
I'm gonna
and
go
pull
do
him up.
like one of those running dive things and try to
Yeah.
dive and catch him in the last second before he falls.
Yeah. Yeah, you grab fingers to fingers, and one by one they fall away from each other. And we see Weemit fall, taking 1 damage, unaffected by armor on this one, crashing into the ground.
Oh, God.
Was Bellum doing anything in this moment?
What?
So the worm is still trying to like.
It's
Face
still
fuck
trying to
the
get into
tunnel?
that tunnel. Yeah.
No.
You're just watching it. Yeah, in this moment, we see Veton watch his friend Weemit fall to the ground, falling like almost 10 feet down, smash onto the back. And then you just hear a sound from behind you, Veton. And as you turn around, you see something lurching out of the dark. And that's what we're going to call it. Pretty cool.
Okay.
We got
Hell yeah.
Weemit round 2 with his new gang and that
Yeah.
goddamn gem wall. Maybe Weemit 3 will get it. See.
Yeah. fucking gems.
Some bitch. Yeah, this has been Mork Borg. This is hopefully, you know, we can get this prince and get the hell out of here, no matter how many lives it takes.
Yeah. Keep throwing people at the problem.
Yeah, a seemingly unlimited number of people. It's fine. We'll get it done. Thanks for watching, everybody. We do streams of tabletop RPGs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, stuff like this on Tuesdays, and we have an ongoing persistent campaign for D&D run by Weemit2 here, Mike, on Thursdays. We stream at 7 p.m. Eastern. Check us out every time. Thanks, everyone, and reroll your new character. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.